Hello.
Hello, everyone.
The time has come.
I have been so fucking excited for
For
this
fuck's sake.
already.
Even the bots are excited. What the fuck is up, everybody? Most anticipated stream of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Only stream that fucking matters. Yeah, that bot was like the very second that we said something. That was very strange.
Fascinating.
Welcome to the stream of all time. The only one that fucking matters. You can probably hear our laundry going in the background. My laundry. I'll take responsibility. That's because I care more about having clean clothes than I do having a good stream. What else is new? I've been on the edge of my seat for this stream. I've been ready. I've been pumped. I've been trying not to, like, overthink. I've been trying not to have too many thoughts coming into this, right? I want to have, like, a vague idea, but I really think that when we let the vision come to us, that's when we do our finest work here. Let's begin by kind of just, I'll show you. This was kind of the standings from last time. And whatever we said last time, I stand by it. Although when I was putting together the layout, point of order, can I make an argument for Evie Vigil to be higher than she presently is?
Yeah.
Daily, I get keeping a secret for as long as he did. I get that he deserves to be fairly low ranked, but I saw Evie in C, and I was like, I don't know if I'm with that.
Yeah, I think we were a bit on low steam by the time we got to there. She did call a private investigator to find her husband less than 24 hours after he went missing.
Yeah, so, like...
She has passion.
Yeah, passion she has. I would push for her to be...
Maybe
can we go like with the Katakis?
Yeah,
sort of like somewhere in this sort of general area.
Absolutely. I also have a motion.
Okay.
I would like it if we brought Genshin down to C.
What's your argument?
Well, I had an argument that it left my brain, so I think that was my brain saying, no, you're wrong. Your idea was wrong.
If it comes back to you, I'll hear you out.
Okay. He seems a little bit cold, but also we don't know enough about him.
Yeah, I think I emotionally am caught up in the zeitgeist of how sexy a duel to the death is, but like I'm prepared to admit bias. Mm-hmm. If you could present a solid argument for him ranking lower,
I do not have a current argument though because my argument ran away.
Well, if it comes back,
If
it comes back, I just want you to know that I'm open to listening and hearing you out. I would never silence you on a stream.
All right, just taking a look at
just take
our
it
placements.
There are a number of, like, side characters. Like, there's some, like, DGS jury characters that we could revisit if we wanted to. We just got so sick of it, and I think we only placed Knife Juror and, like, nobody else.
Well, Knife Juror deserves it.
Well, yeah, like, we knew. I don't remember where
did we put him?
That's a great fucking question.
He's got to be up high. He's got it.
He's C tier.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Turtle loves the water, literally.
Okay.
Yeah, C tier I'm with for this guy.
Another request.
Okay.
Can we put Knife Guy in front of Kazuma?
I mean,
did you his tongue?
They both hate the rich.
They do.
Which is inherently sexy.
New ship just dropped.
Yeah, I am aware that I've slandered Kazuma recently with regard to his skill. We know what that tongue do, and it's not very much. But think about, like, he does have the passion. You can't argue that he doesn't have the passion.
What's the one post?
He's kind of insane.
Boy giving you the worst blowjob ever, but he's had a sad backstory, so you have to grade on a curve.
I've seen some people say that that's Van Zeek's, and that's also true, but it is also Kazuma. My argument in favor of keeping Kazuma where he is that he's known Ryunosuke for like a year.
Oh, yeah, true.
And they're like that already. So like
I constantly forget that they've only known each other for a year.
This is the thing, because he has speed run his way to being like childhood friends with this guy that he met 1 year ago in college. And I feel like that's not nothing. Like, he already, like, Ryunosuke was like, I'll get on a boat and go halfway across the world for you after 1 year of knowing him. So that's what I would say. That's my pitch for, like, I'm not gonna argue Kazuma any higher, but that's my argument for he should stay where he is. I also think this is the highest of the Kazumas. I do think that we put... Yeah, Prosecutor Kazuma is quite low.
I forgot that we did multiple...
Yeah, so if we talk averages... Hi, Danica. We're doing a couple points of order. We haven't actually started sorting anybody new. We just moved a couple of things around. We've moved one thing around, and then we've talked about moving other things around and then decided not to. We moved Evie Vigil up. I think Clint's placement is fine. Hi, V. I feel like
he kept a pretty big secret from his wife.
Yeah. And it was to protect her, but that's still, like, I think he was probably...
Regardless if it was to protect her, when you're harboring that big of a secret from people who
He's
you
gonna
love,
be
it's going to compromise your sensuality.
People noticed it about him, that he was, like, obsessed with the Professor case in the last 6 months of his life, because it was, like, ruining him. And I think that it's hard not to consider him in that context. I think if we're talking like before that, sure, I think he was very passionate, very intense, but it's hard not to have that colored by the fact that he is so willing to like get so obsessed about something that like he put his wife at risk. And he put his kid at risk because his wife was pregnant when he started killing.
I do think we can put him.
The professor was active for 6 months.
I do think we can put him in front of Sailor Hosonaga, though.
Okay.
Because we now are acknowledging that he was the throat goat.
He was the throat goat.
He does get pegged.
And he does get pegged. This is true. If we didn't call him the throat goat, did we not? Was that not a thing we were saying at the time in the first stream?
I don't know.
Did we not call Clint the throat goat?
I don't think we were really thinking about the fact that the implications of that.
Yeah, the sort of ramifications of that.
Because we were just hot off of DGS.
I think that Clint being right next to Shelley DeKiller is beautiful.
Yeah.
I think that that's where he belongs in the same sense that there was that period of time where Mia was next to Kazuma and we thought that was very funny. It's no longer true because Madame Tuspels sort of edged Kazuma out. But sorry, I said Tuspels and edge in the same sentence and I lost my train of thought.
I need access to my really funny flushed face emoji right now.
Danica, you're always on my side. You always understand me. I forget, was Masked Disciple? Okay, yeah, Masked Disciple was down and not interested tier. I was gonna say, was he also there? Because I feel like I remember there being 3 Kazumas.
Remember how we were ranking people in not interested by how not interested they are?
Yeah, except that they were all not interested for very different reasons. Yeah. And so the ranking of this has an internal logic that you could not possibly understand looking at this.
I didn't fully get to watch through our last stream, and but I still just very much vividly remember us being like, oh yeah, Lisa Basil is not interested because she's a 4-hire dominatrix.
That is true. That is true. We did say that, and I think it was. I think that was your vision.
Yeah, it's true though.
That seems like the kind of brilliance that would come from your beautiful mind. God. Well, we've got quite the spread. If you want a little preview of what's to come, a lot of shit. I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, probably 40% of these characters are gonna be we don't have an opinion on them, because if you ask me to name anybody in Spirit of Justice that wasn't a main character, I will start crying. And And there's a lot of like background characters in latent verses that I'm like, I don't know. We'll be funny about the ones we can be funny about.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try to go quality over quantity here. That's the sort of that's the MO of these streams, truly.
Hey, can you scroll back down again?
Sure.
Foxies, they're twice.
Well, yes, because this is all 10 of the vigilantes simultaneously, and then some, but not all of them, have individual portraits for reasons that are fucking beyond
Foxy
me.
and her harem.
Foxy, yeah. Foxy, the really sickly one, Shaky, or whatever the hell.
Something like that.
The dudes who all look the same, except with slightly different skin tones, there is only one version of that. But they weren't... Well, I was going to say they weren't meaningfully different, but that's actually not true, because two of them were Tridon and Servius.
Yep.
So we're gonna make do. There was also one for the little Scottish one, but I'm pretty sure they call him a kid
Yeah.
multiple times, so I'm gonna take them at their word, because almost nobody in Latent Versus has canon ages. So God help us. I've erred on the side of leaving people in if we're not sure and we can figure out how we feel about that. Like, Riddell, I don't know, doesn't feel 20 plus to me, but maybe. But we can decide when we get to things. But yeah, don't expect any hard-hitting opinions about whoever the fuck this is.
Where's Uwu Girl? There's Uwu Girl. Right there.
This one, yeah.
She's gonna
have
be in
some
there.
Thoughts on that.
I'll have to figure out what my thoughts on her are.
Well, okay. So, yeah, we've got some beautiful, beautiful things ahead of us. To begin, traumatized Apollo. He's Sage. I do feel like I stand with you here. His bestie just died, and he might have had like a gay thing with his bestie.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a hard not interested from him.
I think he's very off the market.
His boy toy just died.
His fucking boy toy just died. Yeah, he's not fucking looking right now. That's not even close to being on his mind. Very, very easy start. How do I parse what we've done here?
Put him in front of Mask to Mask, I think.
Okay, I could see that. I feel inclined for whatever reason to put him next to Godot.
I see.
I guess because they have similar sort of like they're not interested because they have a dead lover.
Yeah,
sort of a
I get
thing.
that. Mm-hmm.
So I'm feeling like here. Not that the ranking of not interested means anything parsable to the human mind, but like, yeah. Apollo squarely in the not interested category for the duration of Dual Destinies, I would say.
Black Willow's F.
Simon Black. He is going to be a pretty hard F tier.
I would put him in front of Morgan.
In front of Morgan. Yeah, well, because this is sort of the half where it's like they're down here because they're so sucks.
Yeah, he's right next to our manipulators, but like he's the funny manipulator.
Does he maybe deserve to outrank these two?
Yeah.
Can we maybe? I'll keep him below Beef Stroganoff.
Mm-hmm.
I can handle him being below Beef Stroganoff, but something about putting him below these two really hurts me. I'm like, he's not gonna be a good lover, but I think he at least deserves this, but he's solidly F tier, still below Mo the Clown, still inexplicably below Christoph Gavin, who is uncomfortably high.
We need to put him with our manipulators.
I feel like we made a good case for Christoph being this high.
I believe you.
I feel like we had a reason. He's absolutely below Horace Knightley. Horace Knightley's trying. I think that was our thing. Like, he's gonna try. He just fucking sucks at this.
Yeah.
He's doing his best. His best just isn't good.
The thing about Simon is that he could be, but he's choosing not to.
Yeah. he's gonna be, and I do feel like for the right person, Blackwell's great.
Yeah.
But the right person might not exist.
The right person probably also, I feel like, is not prioritizing sensuality out of the relationship.
That's the thing. He's gonna be, Danica, I do remember that. I do remember that. You had such a vision.
That's so true.
You really did. Bobby Fulbright. Now, the Phantom is its own character, if that impacts our ruling here.
I'd say Bobby's pretty squarely in C. Where,
Yeah.
like, he's kind of bumbling, and he does his best, and he fucks up a bunch, but it's kind of endearing.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like there's somebody else that we had said that about. And I'm trying to remember who that was and where we ended up putting them, because I feel like a similar sort of scenario. But the problem is we were just saying whatever about anybody. And so I don't know. Because I don't. It wasn't Knightley. Knightley was...
We might
it
have been
was in
saying
the
it about
Meekins
these
region.
two.
Or these two, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I do
could
think
see
we are
it.
also saying that about Mike Meekins.
Yeah.
But I do think, who Bobby Fulbright.
Bobby
would be
Fulbright
above.
is a little bit more, dare I say, emotionally mature, as compared to Meekins.
As compared to Meekins, yes, more emotionally immature. And there's also a thing that we need to consider. He does look like he would give great hugs.
He does.
He looks like someone who would be so up for cuddling.
Yeah,
Which
he would
is
be.
important, so important for sensuality.
Yeah, you do have to get past the fact that he probably says justice when he comes. But if you can sort of... I really liked watching you seriously agree with me before you really parsed what I said. I loved watching the journey that your face just went on in half of a second. That
It
was
took
really
a
good.
half of a second for me to understand the words that were coming out of your mouth.
But it's like, if you can get past that, I definitely agree. I'm inclined to...
If you could get on his whole hero of justice shtick, you're gonna have a wonderful time.
I feel like he's more interesting than Bruce Goodman.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna bring more to the table.
I would put him above Hairbrain just due to the fact that he does have the huggability to him.
He does have the huggability factor.
Hairbrain is kind of spindly.
He is. He's not gonna give that same hug experience. Yeah, I'm for it. Hairbrain is a remote controller. Elaborate on that. Unpleasant if you sit on him? Bony. Okay, yeah. No, I get it. I see the vision. I understand. I understand.
We're gonna put Gaspin right next to the other Pain.
That's probably fair.
Actually, below Pain.
Do we know... Because the thing is, we know Winston Payne has a hot wife.
Oh yeah, true.
And I don't...
We have
do we
no
know that-
information
is
about whether or not
Gaspin-
Gaspin has a spouse.
Is Gaspin married? Is the question. Because I think, like, regardless of how we feel about Winston professionally, he did bag a hot wife. We know this canonically.
Yeah, we should put him next to Takatsuchi then.
Yeah. I would give him an edge over Takatsuchi. Just because, like, Ouchi actively, like, sucks. I think Gaspin is mostly just annoying.
Yeah.
I don't think, like...
I think Gaspin
Ouchi's, like,
doesn't
straight up
believe
a
in
mis-
female orgasms.
Yeah. And not even out of, like... It's not even out of, like, any sort of maliciousness or anything. He just, like... He can't grasp the idea that they exist, but he hasn't been able to accomplish it.
Yeah. He's like, if they existed, I would certainly be able to do it.
Yeah, he's like, I would know about that if that was true. Whereas I think, like, Ouchi comes from... He's kind of actively malicious towards women in a way that I think he's sort of passively, like... I don't know. I could see him being on more... It's not the same. It's not on the same level.
Yeah. But, like, they're close.
Yeah. Ted Tonate. It took me a minute to remember what his name was. That's going to happen a lot. I had to Google some of these characters without remembering what their names were. That was exciting.
Well, he's a cop.
He's a cop.
And he did beat someone over the head with a bomb.
He did do that, but think about what those hands do.
True!
He's skilled with wire work. Yeah, like, we don't have to like it, but, like, I think he...
I think that at least raises him up one level from what we were originally thinking.
Listen.
The dexterity.
Was I not just saying yesterday that our rankings are not about what we want? It's not about us. It's not about any of us.
He will find that prostate. He will find that clit.
By God, he will. By God, he will.
He'll, like, do a great job, but it will be so unpleasant the entire time, just due to his demeanor, I feel like.
Yeah, because he's not going to be, like, warm about it, is what I'll say. He's going to be very,
He extends his extendo
methodical.
glasses on your pussy.
Really taking a good long look at it. Some people are into that. If you really like the sort of, like, impersonal...
You're just prostate located.
Proceeding. Yeah. But that's like for a very specific audience. If you know, that's that. Hi, Astro. We're talking about Ted Tonate. So Ted Tonate is gonna be it's the problem is like if you're not into that very specific type of like very clinical, impersonal, like medical roleplay level shit.
I have a thing that I need to say.
Okay.
Ted Tonate and Lisa Basil got together at one point.
Oh,
and had the
my
most insane
God.
fucking roleplay you can imagine.
Oh my God. Your mind. Your mind.
She wasn't even on the job. She was just doing that for fun with him.
Your absolute mind, Adrian. Yes. Absolutely. Fucking for sure. Okay, so here's the thing. I did say that what those hands do, but also he is going to be perhaps the least sexual
Absolutely.
partner. It's very strange.
I think we should put him at the top of F.
Does he outrank Old Bag though?
He does not outrank Old Bag.
He can outrank Laurice.
Yes.
I'll give him that. But he's still ultimately... Because he's going to outrank Laurice because he, again, will find the clitoris with, frankly, robotic precision.
Yeah.
Like, he's...
Perfect technique, but no love.
He's sort of like if a Hitachi wand was a guy.
Yeah. Yes.
Like, he's gonna get the job done, and he's gonna get the job done good. But, like, you know, you're not gonna feel loved at the end of it, and you are gonna need to take tolerance breaks.
Yeah. He also will provide zero aftercare.
Oh, absolutely. This is gonna be one of those characters where I'm gonna remember that I said this, but not remember who I said it about.
Tonate is the type of guy you hit up for a one-night stand but never speak to again. Very true.
Yeah. It's great, but it's also very awkward, and you don't want to see him after that.
Yeah.
Candace Arm is dead.
We never got to meet her.
You look between him and your vibrator and just kind of shrug. Yeah, like he's not really gonna give you anything that like a real good sex toy couldn't give you. It's not gonna be meaningfully emotionally different. Yeah, Candace Arm is dead. Do we have no opinion on her?
I have no
perhaps?
opinion on her.
She's not like alive. Now, Mayor
Damien.
Damien Tenma.
Low A.
Yeah, because I'm like, he's got that thing going on where he looks like he almost you get all the fun of like the danger element, but he's not actually dangerous. He's actually just a super nice guy.
Yes.
So he's very intimidating. So you get that like
he's also
feeling.
incredibly devoted.
He's so devoted, and he's got the DILF factor.
He will remember your anniversary, your birthday, any other small holiday that you may have with him.
Oh, yeah. Imagine the role play. This is so real. He would get so into it for you. He would not break character once. And it would almost be weird, but only almost.
Yes.
Because he's so committed to the bit, so committed to the role. But the other thing too is that like I feel like pro wrestling is a transferable skill. Because like you gotta have a lot of bodily awareness to like fake fight somebody. You gotta like know what you're doing with your body. He's strong. He can lift you. That's a factor. That's absolutely a factor. He can lift you. The hugs go crazy, obviously. Fucking don't even need to say that. Yeah, I think like I think that he brings so much to the table. I think he would be really fun as a lover. Because,
I know I said low A, but we could go higher.
Yeah, let's check out the state of the A tier and kind of see how he stacks up against these people.
I think
A tier is wild.
Yeah, I think actually low A actually is pretty good because like I feel like he would be really into the role play, but there would be a more limited amount of things that you could do with him as opposed to like Valent. However, it's somewhere either in
he's
front
definitely
or
in
below
the Valent region.
Yes. I think that's a good place for him.
Well, Astro, see, by the time we got to the Great
Star.
Ace Attorney, we were insane. I hope this helps. You can feel us losing our minds. Yeah, the thing about A tier is that A tier is really good. Like, I would say, like, anything B and up, you're in a pretty fucking good spot, to be honest with you. Because, like, our B tier even has some bangers on there. Like, we spoke highly of the Kitakis, and we put them here. So, like, yeah, it's, like, our A and B tiers, it's just that S tier is so fucking competitive. That, yeah, it's, like, so, like, yeah, I feel like low A tier, can I point of order these two to the bottom of A tier?
Yeah.
I just feel like they have that kind of like youthfulness. They have that like immaturity about their love that makes me feel like I have to knock them down a little bit.
Oh, absolutely. Notice how most of our people in A and S are middle-aged.
It makes you think. Yeah, because I think the emotional maturity is hot.
Yeah. It adds to the sensuality.
I think that in your like early 20s, it's really hard to actually achieve the S and A tier levels of sensuality that we're looking for here.
Yes.
Yeah, experience, settling into yourself, knowing who you are, having confidence in that. That's hot. That's hot. Self-actualization is beautiful.
Very true.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like that's a big factor. That's a big factor with a lot of these that has to be considered. Yeah, which is why our A tier is so fucking good, so full of bangers. Shilong Lang broke records getting there at 27. Yeah. He's built different.
He literally is.
He's literally built different.
I forgot that we put Phoenix in B tier.
He was the first one we ranked.
Yeah.
Do we want to give him like top of C tier? Like not actually change his ranking, but
yeah.
But knock him down a tier.
I'd put him in between Clavier and Darian.
Separate them.
Separate them.
Does Clavier outrank Phoenix? We had this difficulty because it is the full trilogy. And I do feel like
I think this is good. This is a good place for Phoenix.
I feel like by the end of the series he's a little bit more grown up in the sense. But yeah, B tier does feel high for Phoenix.
Yeah.
I think we were very like, he's a gets the job done kind of boyfriend. He's nothing to write home about, but he's, you know.
He cannot be in the same. And like Phineas up that high because he's just full of enthusiasm.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing, but like he's having fun with it. And I do feel like when you compare him against like Trilogy Phoenix, who is way more of a wet blanket.
Yeah.
That's why Phoenix outranks him, because he's just more into it.
Mm-hmm. Phoenix would not eat glass for you.
No. This is the same man. This is the same man we just did. Unless we want to say his fucking kayfabe is more or less sensual than he is.
No, I feel like he would, if when he's in his little funny wrestler disguise, he'd pretend to be not interested. Kind of, I put him right next to Mask and not interested.
For a certain crowd. Let Grace cook. Let her cook.
Damien's persona.
Yeah, it's because it's not to say that he's any more or less appealing, per se. But it's like, would he be... I mean, he's sort of a symbol. He's sort of an icon as the... I don't remember what he was
The
called.
protector of Nine Tails Vale.
He had a name. I don't remember what it was. They only said it 500,000 times in the
something
case.
Nine Tails.
The Amazing Nine Tails?
Yes,
was
the
it
Amazing
literally
Nine
just
Tails.
the Amazing Nine Tails?
I believe so.
Yeah, I feel like he has more of a duty, more of a responsibility to like the Amazing Nine Tails is like that's he's for the village more than he is for you.
That's why I put him right next to Mask and not interested. They stand for something more than as a person.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him above because Mask to Mask, similar to reasons that Fulbright outranked Hairbrain. It's not really for any personality thing, just huggability factor. Sort of brings that to the table. Is this Alderman?
Yeah.
He died.
Well, I cannot believe how much I did not think about how similar Monstrous Turnabout and Stolen Turnabout are similar.
Yeah. I guess because they tackle it from a very different angle. But yeah, there are certain similarities there. I can't... Alderman died.
I don't give a shit about him.
All
He had
I
a lot
rem-
of theories. The game had a lot of theories about him, but they were all false.
Yeah. There was a lot going on and ultimately like net zero information about this guy. Nah.
Phineas
Filch.
Phineas.
This is a difficult one. This is a challenging one. Will do, Grace. Listen, I really gotta think about this one.
I want to say either like
Good with his hands is something that we know.
good with his hands.
However,
he is like a compulsive kleptomaniac.
yeah, and I would also like he doesn't even really strike me as somebody who's especially interested.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, I'm trying to think about like
I can't think of him as a lover. I can only think of him as a weird uncle.
yeah.
I would put him in mid to low D, I think.
Okay.
If we can take a look at it.
I think I know exactly where he needs to go, which is right here.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
do you
I
see
absolutely
the vision? I don't have like an explanation for this, but like I feel like the
Even despite his kleptomaniac tendencies and his laziness, he has a lot of passion in him.
yeah, I mean he's like a funny little dude. He's probably at least like interesting to be around.
He would be a wonderful person to be around if you just love hearing to someone talk about their interests.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be the type of lover that's really like more like a close long-term friend.
Yeah.
Like one of those, and that's the kind of relationship that some people really want. There are some people who are just like kind of unromantic in a relationship and that makes them happy and satisfied and fulfilled. And like, you know, awesome. Like it's one of those cases again where for somebody he's absolutely the right person.
Mm-hmm.
But I think sensual he is not.
Yes.
So I'm with you there. But he's not like bad to date per se. I just think
he's right at home next to Sense of Fresh Lemons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Cannot remember his name.
Grossberg.
Yeah, that guy.
Marvin Grossberg.
Okay, now
Florent Lebel?
If
you want to be French about it.
Lebel.
Okay, so as an asthmatic. He's poorly matched.
I think he's not interested. He's too in love with himself to love another person.
This is true. Yeah, because I feel like even if you got in a relationship with him, I feel like it would be one of those things. It's like when celebrities date each other and you can tell it's kind of like a business or PR decision more than it is like an actual relationship founded on anything.
But I feel like he wouldn't even do that. Like, he has his own line of beauty products that he doesn't sell.
Yeah.
But he does advertise.
Yeah. Everything he does is for him. Mm-hmm. He would be, if he was a lover, he'd be a very selfish lover. I don't even think...
Like, we have some other selfish lovers here, but they would do at least a whole act of making it look...
Yeah.
Like, they would do a whole spectacular. He wouldn't do that for you.
Yeah, and I feel like to be in a relationship, you have to, like, share some of your time and your life with another person. Especially if you're thinking about, like, a long-term relationship, you're essentially, like, sharing your life with somebody. And he doesn't share.
Yeah.
You know he never lost his virginity because he doesn't lose. Grace, do you want to dress up as me and make out? No, it won't be the same.
Yeah. The only lover he could ever have is his own mirror.
Purely vibes based.
Right, I was literally about to suggest right there.
You understand. You understand my mind. You understand. He and that mirror fuck nasty. True. True. God, lipstick stains can't be that easy to get off a mirror. Isn't it kind of greasy?
Yeah.
Lipstick?
He'd ruin so many mirrors.
And that would be miserable for him, because then they'd be all smudgy and he couldn't quite see himself properly. The mirror budget's gotta
We do know that he's a compulsive spender.
That's true. God, he's probably got a lot of mirrors in his house, and that's like that's weird.
Yeah.
That's for some people, but
not
if it's not for you, then that's a big thing.
Fucking in front of a mirror is one thing. Fucking your mirror is another.
Yeah.
Aristotle means.
I can't picture it. I'm trying. Before or after tooth loss. I'm actually surprised that he doesn't have another portrait for when he goes sicko mode. Yeah, I can't picture him. He didn't have a personality. Adrian just mimicked that one sprite he does that's so bad where he's like baring his teeth and doing the okay hand sign. And yeah, that's...
He does that to you after... He makes that face to you after sex.
I hate that sentence that you've just said. I hate what you've just said to me. I'm not... Yeah, Danica. Yeah, exactly. You're not wrong. I can't argue with you because you are objectively factually correct. I don't like it, and I don't like that you made me aware of it. But these streams are about facing difficult truths, much like the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve.
Oh god. Yeah.
Oh god.
You would your peepus would not survive.
Yeah, I just like because he's so just
So,
like
1 second, I need to find one meme that just reminded me of.
that is a terrifying thing to say.
I just put him in F.
Yeah, I can't.
Like, hypothetically, he could. However,
I'm just like I can't picture.
I don't
him.
think he's uninterested. I just don't want to think about it.
And it just like he would need to be with somebody who is literally exactly like him.
Yeah.
Like he needs his own woman Fred von Karma. You know what I mean? If you haven't seen the 10 dick sucking commandments,
Yeah.
I just very recently retweeted that instead of
Yeah.
Kazuma. Yeah. Well, Danica sent it to me and said that she thought of Kazuma. I have to credit her with that. I did not originate looking at that and thinking of Kazuma.
Yeah.
Credit where credit is due.
Woman Fred.
Yeah. You need the woman Fred for Aristotle means.
Yeah.
If you don't know what I'm referring to, Adrian's friend Ruby made some really good art of Manfred von Karma's wife, and the whole joke was that they look identical and act identical.
You may now kiss the bride, and they just snap at each other.
Yeah. It's really fucking good. I just recently retweeted it, I think.
I'm gonna retweet it again.
But yeah, you would need one of those for Aristotle means. Right above Corky Boy Alba. I was kind of thinking somewhere in this row. I think right above Quirkus Alba.
Yeah.
I'm into. It's Sonic Adventure 2 Battle or Nothing, Rinosuke.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. It is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle or Nothing.
I haven't read that fanfic again in so long. I need to. It's a foundational text to me. I don't even remember what her name was.
Not Justine Courtney.
It's not. I also wanted to say Justine Courtney, but it's not.
I
it's
think
not
it does
her.
have Courtney in it, though.
Yeah. It's. There's got to be a court joke, isn't she? Like the judge, the teacher of the judges. Yeah, Courtney. Constance Court?
Constance
or something
Court?
like that. I like how none of us can remember this. And also none of us are just going to Google it. Constance Court. Okay, we got there. She died, but we did meet her first, right?
No.
Didn't we?
No.
No?
From what we did hear, she seems like a rather sweetheart.
Yeah, she seemed like a gentle soul. She seemed kind. We got like a meaty flashback. Yeah, because I feel like we did see her talk. Mm-hmm. Maybe just we personally didn't, as whoever the fuck we were in that case.
Athena.
Were we Athena?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, that was an Athena case. And then Apollo was funny little girling for us, I believe. Yeah.
So please look.
Turnabout Academy if it was good.
Ruby drew.
Oh my god. Good lord. Goodness gracious. I feel like I don't remember anything about Turnabout Academy. Except for when everyone was transphobic for like 5 minutes.
And then got over it.
That's like all I can remember.
I found Woman Fred again. I'm retweeting
God.
it again.
Thank
so everyone
God.
look at my fucking Twitter account.
I feel like I can't give a good ranking of this one. We don't know enough. Victims are hard to rank. Hugh O'Connor. Was that his name?
Yeah. Where's that? Scroll up a little bit. That fucking bitch at the end of D. Put him right next to him.
Will Turner?
Yeah, they're both bitches, and they both look the same.
Yeah. I just think if he's prepared to lie about being like 7 years younger than he actually is, that's a red flag. Mm-hmm. That's a problem.
Like, at the end of the case, I felt like he was going under some character development that could help him be, like, a better person and therefore, like, also be a better lover. But we don't really get to see that, so right there he goes, next to the guy who died and was a bitch.
I'm gonna above. Do we feel okay with that? Wow, they do look the same, huh?
Yeah.
I never really processed that. Wow.
They both have glasses and they're both bitches. They're the same.
Yeah. Starbuck.
High C.
I was gonna push for B, I think, but
I can go with a B.
I want to see who's there. I want to see who's all there, cause just like I feel like I'm just gonna put him here for the time being, so I don't have to hold it. But like, he's gonna put the fucking work in. Like, he has a lot of shit that he's dealing with, a lot of stuff that he's going through, but you also know, like, he's very self-aware. He's working on himself. He's really trying to be the best version of himself.
Yeah.
He's like a little bit...
You have to, like, be working with him through a lot of his issues, because, like, he probably also has, like, claustrophobia, I am pretty sure. I don't remember if that's stated, but I just know it in my heart.
Yeah. But he's also, like, he's sort of, like, you know, you remember Emotionally Unavailable Gang? I don't remember where they all are right now, but he's, like, if they actually worked on themselves.
Yeah.
He, like, was at one point in Emotionally Unavailable Gang, but he's like, put the work in. He is the vision.
Emotionally Unavailable Gang is, right, with two spells is dividing Emotionally Unavailable Gang, I believe.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because I think it goes from sort of, like... Rhoda-ish to... Yeah. Is that emotionally... Yeah, I guess Mia kind of.
They're kind of dispersed around that area.
I thought they were the upper D tier.
Oh,
this was Emotionally Unavailable Gang, I think.
There's the
sort of
slightly
Andrews...
more emotionally available, the
Yeah.
socially unavailable, and he's like... Starbuck has worked his way up and out of the ranks.
Yeah,
he's graduated.
He's sort of climbed the emotional availability ladder.
I think he's right at home next to Hosonaga.
I put him here just to put him here, but I actually don't hate him at bottom of B tier. I feel like that's actually a good spot for him.
Like, you're going to be working with him through stuff, and I feel like through doing that, you're going to be working on yourself, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, as Sage pointed out, like, he's got a career. He's on meds, so you know he's in therapy. Which I feel like, not that that's always, like... Yeah. Not that that's everything, but green flag.
Yeah, I want to say also, there is a sensuality on recovering together.
Yeah. That he would, like, want to, like let you in on that. Yeah, and I think he would want to let you in on that. He's not going to keep that from you.
Bringing someone into your road to recovery from something is a very sensual thing and a very loving thing, meaning showing that you are a pillar of my life, I think.
And I think that that's really a big thing that separates him from particularly Emotionally Unavailable Gang, because they're all like, I gotta work on myself first, and they're gonna kind of like, that's gonna be them. That's gonna be them independent of you. I think Starbuck is really gonna want you to be a part of that. Yeah. He's gonna want to take you there with him. And it's hard. It's vulnerable. But I think that he's ready for that. He's ready to talk about it.
Like, he will be working, as his life goes on, he will be working his way up, and I think he could even get up to A at some point. But when we see him, I think he is in B.
Yeah, I think he will get to A someday. He's just not there yet. But that's like, B is a good fucking place to be. Yeah,
absolutely.
He's an honorable company in B. Like, he's doing well. He is on a personal journey. He has not peaked. That is exactly,
Yes.
I'm glad we're all here for this. I think Starbuck is probably the most underrated defendant in the whole series.
Oh, absolutely.
It's insane to me. He's so, like, I really liked him.
He just, like, we didn't know him for super long, but from when we did know him, he was so fascinating.
He genuinely brought so much to the table as a defendant character, and, like, defendant characters aren't always super developed or anything, and they don't have to be. Like, but he really, like, I felt like there was a whole storyline with him, and they didn't, like, finish it, because Dual Destinies, I will concede, didn't really stick the landing, you know, ultimately in the end. I think the ending was kind of rushed and didn't get together everything satisfying that needed to be got together, but, like, they were cooking something with Starbuck.
The little ending cinematic where he's going back up into space and everyone cheers him on.
Yes. Yeah, when they tell him he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
They like yell in the fucking intercom. They're like, "You're fine." It's so
like Dual Destinies had a lot of faults. That ending bit right there was just
so good.
That was one of the most feel good endings for an Ace Attorney game, I think.
Dual Destinies ending cinematic ruled.
Yeah.
Like it was just a banger, start to finish. I loved it. It was so good. Yeah. I'm with it. I
love you, Dual Destinies.
Yeah.
Problematic fave.
my baby girl, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Dual Destinies was my baby girl. The whole game.
Yeah, the entire game.
I'm so glad you guys understand. I'm so glad you see the fucking vision.
You know he will do like those space station calls with you and all that kind of stuff.
Oh my god.
He will call you when he's in space.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's like he's gonna be away for a while, but you know he's gonna be like he's gonna be so happy to talk to you.
He's gonna call you in whenever he can, and he will show you all of the funny little zero gravity tricks he can do.
You fucking know he's bringing back a cool rock for you.
Absolutely.
He's doing everything in his power to bring you back a cool rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think Starbuck would be a great boyfriend.
Absolutely.
I just like talking about this.
He's just great.
This is a great headspace to be in. Like,
yeah.
I just love thinking about it. Clay is dead.
However,
but we do get some flashbacks, and we do know we hear about him from Apollo.
I think we need to put him right next to Apollo because they have
which one?
Not our normal boy Apollo.
Standard issue. He was pretty low from what I remember.
Maybe higher than Apollo.
Where's
Apollo?
God, so we've lost him. He's too small. I feel like he should be on screen, like in the range that's on screen.
Yeah, where is he?
Where's Juicy? Apollo, scream so we can find you. Here he is. Hi D.
Hi D. I think we can put him in a low C.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'd
put
give
him
him
next
a low
to
C.
Hairbrain. Because like he has a very sincere enthusiasm to him.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of passion, as we can see.
Mm-hmm.
Apollo got along with him,
Mm-hmm.
and from what we know, Apollo does not seem like someone who's very easy to get along with at times.
Yeah, Clay really strikes me as somebody who was very laid back, very easy to get along with, very easygoing.
And they also had the childhood best friends archetype.
Yeah. I feel like I'm just trying to think here. We've organized these things so weird.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the similarities to Hairbrain are something I see, but I'm also like, I don't know. I feel like he deserves to outrank some of the people who are in the immediate listings above him.
I get it.
At this one. I'm trying to suss that out.
Over Eni?
I could see over Eni. I think he brings a certain, like... I definitely wanted him above Hairbrain because I think he has that enthusiasm, but he brings a more sort of stable...
Oh, yeah.
Like, easy-going vibe.
I feel like he also has a good amount of sincerity to him.
Yeah.
Like, one of some of his most defining moments is him being vulnerable from what we have seen of him and what we have heard of him.
Yeah, and it seems like that wasn't overly difficult for him.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why maybe he deserves to be above Kazuma.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Let's put him over there, Kazuma.
We're
just slowly promoting Clay up more and more.
We're talking ourselves into it. That's how it goes. I'm okay with him being below two spells.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that for the fact that he is capable of talking about his feelings, he outstrips Kazuma.
Mm-hmm.
Because Kazuma has some things that he needs to work on.
Kazuma needs to talk more about his feelings.
Mm-hmm. And some of that was involuntary, but I also think that Kazuma as a person does not have an easy time expressing himself.
Yeah.
And not use his teeth. Exactly. Clay knows how to talk about his feelings and how to not use teeth. I would say that Clay knows where the clit is, but Apollo's trans. It's not difficult.
Clay can find the clit on many people, I think.
Yeah. All right.
Space lesbians.
Director Space Lesbians.
Followed by space lesbians.
Followed by the Space Lesbians. That's so beautiful. Love wins.
Space lesbians gang.
Double Yuri. All the way across the sky. That wasn't funny. I said that and I was
oh
like,
my
this
god!
Funny, what I'm saying.
What? Oh my god! Double rainbow reference.
I'm good. Yeah. I love that one took a minute because it wasn't funny. Okay.
Oh my god! I just was violently thrown back to what was it? 2009.
Yeah, basically, I think. Somewhere around there. It was a long time ago.
I just remember when the meme came out. Sorry, I'm derailing everything because you violently threw me into this.
Yeah.
And this was back when I played fucking Pocket God.
Oh my god, now you've given me violent flashbacks.
I know I would!
Yeah, you do know about that part of my lore.
And how they added an ability to draw a rainbow across the sky, and then the little dudes would start quoting that fucking video.
They would. I gave you war flashbacks, you give it. It's only fair. I met my first online friends on the Pocket God forums back in the aughts. I could have met you there. I was deep into Pocket God back in the day. That's so scary to think about.
Cheska and I were, I think, mutuals on Tumblr before we met each other at college, if I remember correctly.
Oh my god.
Wait, no. Cheska was mutuals with one of Jamie's friends in high school.
Oh my god.
Before we met.
Oh my god. I actually am still mutuals on... I a couple years ago reconnected with somebody that I originally met on the Pocket God forums. We actually weren't that close back then because he wasn't... He was sort of one of those mythic figures that used to be more active on the forums than he was when by the time I joined. But we had a few conversations. I knew him a little bit, and then we just reconnected on Tumblr some years later. And now we're Twitter mutuals, and now he's also friends with half my friends. It's so bizarre.
My first online friend, I met in the chat room for a tic-tac-toe app. Of course. And we befriended each other because I was an edgy 11-year-old at the time. Yeah. And so I was constantly sad that no one was paying attention to me, so I constantly just typed ellipses into chat and then just sent that. God. And she would just do that, but added in an extra dot to it. And so we would just take up tons of space in the chat bar just by doing ellipses that just got progressively longer and longer.
That's incredible. We met because we went to the same college.
Yes. Yeah.
We met after... I think we just met at GSA or something like that.
I met you in the lunch hall area.
I first met you in GSA. But that was when I was a freshman and you were a sophomore. Mm-hmm. So My first time interacting with you. Yeah. The first... You can tell this story. If you want to. You don't have to. I'm giving you permission to tell the story that I know that you're starting.
So
neither of us look good in it.
The fact that we became friends is amazing. But Josh is into Voltron.
I was
not. I knew nothing about Voltron other than I had friends and mutuals on Tumblr who liked Voltron. Yeah. And
As you did in 2016.
Yeah, as you did in 2016. And I had lots of friends who are into, and mutuals who are into Voltron, with very different opinions and viewpoints, if you can get where I'm getting at. And I didn't know what any of these terms meant.
Yes. That's correct. I don't remember what exactly it was that you said.
I just, like, I don't know. I think I heard that you liked Voltron. I was like, I don't know anything about Voltron, but I know that, like, Sheath is popular, whoever that is. And you just kind of looked like you died for a second.
Yeah. I was... The way I remember it is that I went off just a little bit. I don't remember anything that I said. But I feel like I said at least something in response to you.
Oh, absolutely. You did go off a little bit, and I was just like, wow, I'm learning so much today.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even I didn't think you were even mad at me. I think you were just like, you had the reaction of like, oh my god, not this again.
Yeah.
Because I made it very clear that I didn't actually know what I was saying.
Yeah. I was just in the trenches at the time.
I thought Sheath was a person.
A lot of people did. A great many people.
Because, like, I just saw, like, post tagged with Sheath, and so I thought, oh, Sheath must be one of the guys here.
One of those two guys. Yeah.
That was the first time I accidentally mistook a ship name as, like, a person name. That it did happen again to me.
God.
I was like, wow, my friend's really into a character named Darren in this thing, but I haven't met Darren yet.
Christ.
Me. Chad, he doesn't know.
I can't believe you met me when I was fully in the Voltron trenches, and you decided to continue being friends with me.
The thing is that you being really into Voltron also helped me write a paper.
That's true. You did write a paper about Shaladin Discourse a little bit, yeah?
I literally wrote a paper on Shaladin Discourse.
That's so beautiful.
For class.
We're exposing our entire past to avoid thinking about Yuri Cosmos. We're giving you our tragic backstories so that we...
It was a really funny... Because I wrote this paper when it was first becoming a thing where, like, people were talking about, like, hey, it's kind of weird how there's entire big communities about shipping adult characters with, like, child characters.
Mm-hmm. Because it is.
Yeah, and, like, this is a time when people are finally starting to become aware of it, because I remember when, like, I was a teen in high school, people shipped, like, teen characters with, like, adult characters, and no one actually even thought about any of the implications of it.
Voltron was, I would say, the first time that there was, like, a large-scale discussion about that.
Oh, yeah, and so, like, I wrote a paper on that kind of movement as well as just kind of, like, the weird stuff about it, because, like, that class is a writing class about writing, basically, so I was just like, I'm going to write about a niche online community and a phenomenon that I have seen. And, like, the teacher was literally amazed by what I wrote, and she was like, you're the first person, I think, to actually write a scholarly essay on this topic.
Which is great, because now the fucking pro shippers are doing academia all the time. You got in ahead of them.
Yeah.
You absolutely got in way ahead of when they were
I wrote
starting
this
to do
in,
that.
I think, 2017.
Jesus. Yeah, 2017. Christ alive.
Yuri Cosmos.
I feel like there was a whole thing, like, I feel like he had a whole thing going on, and I genuinely don't remember what it was.
I think he has a dead wife and is no longer in the market.
I can see that. I feel like he has a lot happening.
Well, no, he has a dead husband.
Yowie Cosmos.
It was like, I said a dead wife, but then I looked at him and I was like, no, that's a gay old man.
He is a gay old man, you're right.
He's a gay old man who had, like, a decent, like, marriage.
Yeah.
But, like, we don't know anything about what he was back in his glory years.
Yeah. I'm gonna put him...
Do we have a dead wife gang?
I mean, kinda. A little.
Yeah. Sure. We have.
I think he outranks Godot because he's being way more normal about it.
Yeah.
Tweeting Yowie Cosmos right
Him and the Apollo can be in Dead Husband Gang.
I'm actually gonna put Apollo above Godot. Because I think he's also handling it better than Godot was. Not like, well, mind you, but better.
Going after vengeance in the death of a loved one is always sexy. However, like, Godot wasn't being sexy about it.
Yeah, and also,
he was just kind of being adjacently sexy for some reason.
Yeah, and also, like, to be completely fair to Apollo, it happened yesterday.
Yeah. Well, to Godot, it also feels like it happened yesterday.
Yeah, but he's been at this for kind of a while, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He spends a long time on this. Apollo, like, just has a couple of weird days.
Yeah.
And then he was being a sopping wet cat about it, and not in a good way. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Apollo had people to rely on when he was grieving.
Yeah, and also, like, Godot was, like, obsessed about it, kind of to the exclusion of all else. Like, everything he kind of did was for this, like, vengeance plan. Apollo was like, hey, this is affecting me too much. I'm gonna take a mental health break.
Also, I have a concussion.
Yeah, also I have a concussion. He's like, I'm gonna take a leave of absence. And they're like, what? After he got blown up yesterday. Dual Destinies.
That's still the funniest fucking thing that Dual Destinies did.
It was so good. The way that they were like, why?
Hi, Apollo. Why are you shutting us out? Hospital!
Hospital! Or a Blackwell.
Or a Blackwell.
Whatever we say, I want to preface this. We've had hours-long conversations about how much we both love Aura Blackwell. But
F. Like, I know she's not interested, but I feel like I need to talk about her in more capacity than the not interested.
Yeah, I also think I think that Aura and Metis are going to beautifully be, like, right next to each other.
Yeah, they're kind where they're the only two people who I think could really work with each other.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know how we often say, like, with the right person? Well, they both found the right person.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Unfortunately,
the person after Metis.
Yeah. I mean, I do think I think that somebody who would, you know, kill a bunch of hostages for me, that is hot.
That is sensual.
There's something sensual about, you know, fighting to make sure that my doing an absolute, like, morality death spiral to ensure that my killer finds justice. Like, that's not nothing. Which is why I think Aura's going to outrank Metis, but I still think they belong side by side, because they both basically have they have a similar problem where it's like, they do experience beautiful and profound love, but they are incapable of expressing it in a way that makes sense to other people.
Yeah, they don't, like, the making the robots is kind of the sex.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how, like, people are like, in Disco Elysium, the autopsy is kind of is the gay sex?
Yeah.
That's what making the robots are.
Yeah, making the robots was sort of the gay laboratory sex. That's their foreplay. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I think they're both...
Ironically, they made the children before.
Yeah. I think Aura and Metis are both gonna be above Moon and Sun bitches. Right behind Simon.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, I think, like, Simon could be marginally more normal about it.
They get to
and
be...
he's at least funny.
Yeah, like, they definitely outrank the Gyarados because they actually loved each other.
That's called speedrunning. Making the babies before you have sex. Yeah, they're doing setup for the skip that comes later. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, think about the 10-month time save you're talking about there.
Mm-hmm. Also, can we talk about how Athena almost definitely was a bastard?
I mean, like, yeah, we don't know a thing about her dad.
Yeah, no mention.
No mention. Like, it really, like, it's not like, oh, my dad... She has the kind of thing that a lot of characters have going on with their moms, where they just are never, ever brought up for any reason. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think Athena's father is ever mentioned, but yeah, no, I think Athena was, like, an accident and her parents never married. Her biological parents, I mean.
Yeah.
I think that, like, something happened Like, maybe they don't even, like, you know, Athena probably doesn't even know her dad's name.
Yeah.
Like, that kind of thing, where it's like, it happened, the relationship didn't last, they didn't get married, and Metis just raised Athena as a single mother, and then... But, like, you know, she had, like,
as a single mother.
Yeah, quote-unquote single mother. Allegedly single. Legally single.
Legally single. Athena was raised by everyone in that.
Yeah, that's the thing.
She lived in the space house.
Yeah, she got sort of the,
everyone
like, it takes a village
together.
treatment. Yeah, where it's like they all kind of were a part of her upbringing. And that's why people who try to, like, neatly define her relationship to Simon, like, it doesn't really work. Because it's like, it's not any
not
one
sibling.
thing.
It's not parent.
Yeah, some people say, like, uncle, because he's, like, he's Aura's sister, but I'm like, that's not really, no.
No.
It's some ineffable thing where, like, he was a weird older cousin, I think. People are afraid to call characters weird older cousins, but there's a lot of characters who are a weird older cousin sort of dynamic.
Edgeworth.
Yeah, exactly. Edgeworth to Kay.
Kay adopted him as her weird older cousin.
Yeah, as you do. But yeah, no, I think that I think that checks out. They're high F tier. They're above the people who are in F tier because they are so sucks. But
they have love in them. They just cannot show it in a way that is socially acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, like, extremely canonically true of Metis. Sort of a big thing about Metis.
Directly stated fact about Metis.
Yeah, that she loved people, but that she could not express it in a way that was, like, readable to them.
Aura and Metis both had compatible autisms.
Yeah, exactly. They had what looks from the outside like a very, like, cold and loveless relationship, but it was actually, to them, it was, like, so passionate.
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. Love wins until it didn't.
Yeah, love wins until this guy.
The Phantom.
Not interested.
I mean, yeah, like, they don't even know who they are. Yeah. That's a whole thing. That was the whole really dumb bit that they did in Dual Destinies, where, like, you don't have any friends, you don't even know yourself.
I would say put him right below... Oh, yeah, right next to Kazuma. But they both wear the mask, and neither of them know who they are.
Yeah. Kazuma outranks just because I think that titties. Also, I feel like what he has going for him is that, like, I do think the dick is insane. Yeah. They don't Save Data don't call him Mad Dick for nothing. Which was something that jump scared me every time they said it. I don't remember. I think they started saying that because somebody in their community was calling him Mad Dick, and they just, like, picked it up. But there were some great bits with that. Edgeworth when they forgot how to write him.
Where's Edgeworth normally?
Not high. I feel like I remember him being... He's
an emotionally unavailable gang.
Yeah, he's firmly in the emotionally unavailable gang. I think that by his 30s, he's sort of got his shit together more.
I think he's above Kate Hall, below Adrian Andrews.
This I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still kind of stuffy. He's still not really, like... He's talking to a therapist, but he's still not talking to you about it. You know what I mean?
And he's not talking to a therapist well.
Yeah. The problem is, like, this version of Edgeworth is, like, not the same character to me. Because I think, in truth, Edgeworth would never successfully work on himself and would never see a therapist. Like, if you held him at gunpoint and told him to talk to a professional about his problems, he would tell you to pull the trigger. But, like, this, like, version of Edgeworth that I hate so much, Dual Destinies Edgeworth is trying to get a good grade in therapy. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, he's like... He, like, seems like he's doing better, but it's like you sort of dig down and, like, I feel like the core issues haven't really been addressed, and he's still kind of closed off in a way. So, it's better, but it's still not good. Yeah. Yeah, it does just feel like a parallel universe guy. It just really doesn't feel like he's capable of... Yeah. Like, they just sort of forgot everything they did, which is crazy because I think it is the same writers who did Investigations, and I'm like, how did you fumble that bag? How did you write all of Investigations and then fuck up Edgeworth like that?
Well, because of the commercial failure of Apollo Justice, they may have had more
Yeah, more pressure
confines, plus the fact this was a main series game as opposed to a spin-off, so they probably weren't allowed to have as much creative freedom.
Yeah.
Sasha Buckler.
That's the one.
I think she can be in...
I think she's fun.
Yeah.
I think she's a lot of fun.
I think she's fun and she's into some weird shit.
Oh, absolutely.
You know she goes crazy with the role play.
But she's, like, cool about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's one of those people who's, like, she's into some crazy shit, but she also really knows how to be normal about it. Like, she's the type, she'll really bring it to the table and she'll be like, all right, so here's like...
She's into water sports.
I mean, she does sports in the water. No, yeah, but I think she's like the kind of person. You just stopped everyone dead. It's great. Everyone just had to really like think about that and go, no, yeah. That's really funny. No, yeah, but she's the type of person, she's like bringing stuff to the table, and she's like, she knows how to be like, listen, here's what I'll do. Here's what I'm for. Here's what I'm about. And you don't have to be about it. I don't need you to be about it, but I don't want you to not know about it. Mm-hmm. She's like, she's good. She's like cool about it. She's normal about it. And like, listen, if you're not about it, she's like, all right, cool. No, that's totally fine. Like, I get it. Not a deal breaker. Mm-hmm. Like, she's going to be pretty easygoing about that stuff. She's going to be cool. She's going to be fun. She's very athletic.
Yeah.
Which I think is a factor.
She can do some crazy contortionist shit, I think.
Absolutely, yeah.
She can do some crazy contortionist shit, and she's into water sports. Together.
I don't know what that means for this. I don't know how to apply this information.
I'm sorry, I'm just having a good time right now. I think she would be a, like, high C, low B, because, like, even beyond, like, her wild, wacky, wet sex,
Jesus Christ.
She'd also just be, like, it would be a delight to introduce her to your family.
Oh, yeah.
She would get along with, like, your nieces and nephews.
Oh, my God,
parents. Yeah. She would be a huge hit with the family.
You are not worried about taking her to the Thanksgiving dinner, the Christmas party. Like, yeah, like your family wants to meet your girlfriend, and she is so jazzed about it. She's like, fuck yeah, I want to meet your little cousin you've told me about. Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah.
Like, because think about it, she's got all the cool, like, fish facts.
Yeah,
which,
her
like,
job
kids
is
love.
entertaining kids.
Yeah. Like, she's gonna be, like, so good with the kids in your family, which your parents love. Mm-hmm. Like, parents love it when your partner is, like, really good at talking to the other people in your family, especially the kids. Like, that's a big thing. So it's, like, I really want a gun for B tier.
I agree.
I'm kind of...
I think she should go next to Feeney.
Yeah, I'm kind of... I think she's more put together than Feeney.
Yeah,
and she's going to take it more seriously.
Plus, like, if you ever come to her shows and there's any sort of audience participation, you know that she's going to pull you up and do some cute shit with you. Oh,
and it's going to be, like, so embarrassing.
Yeah, she's going to go slightly off script just to do some cute stuff with you.
Yeah, and, like, she's going to tease you a little bit, like, make fun of you a little bit. Like, and
call you pretty boy.
Yeah, and, like, you're going to be, like, so embarrassed in front of the audience, but, like, not in a way that you're mad at her. Like, it's just endearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just, like, someone who you will have a wonderful, fantastic time with.
Yeah. I love when we get talking about a character where I'm just like, this is great. I love thinking about dating them.
Yeah.
I love thinking about this.
You know that she'd, like, also learn how to get her fucking Orca to sing for you.
Oh my God.
She would get Orla to learn how to sing Happy Birthday for you.
Oh my God, that's so cute. That's so cute, and she would.
She would.
Yeah, you know she's like teaching Orla to do like funny little tricks to entertain you specifically. She'll pull some cute little kiss cam thing where instead of two people in the audience, it's split screen you and her.
Yeah. Yes.
Invites you to come up. Absolutely. Isn't there like, can't you do with dolphins a thing where you like pretend to kiss them on the nose or whatever?
Yep.
She does that and then she accuses Orla of trying to steal you from her.
Yes.
She's like, you better not be coming for my partner, Orla. And it's like a cute little...
Yeah.
Like, yeah. This is adorable.
Yeah. She's I love her. I love Sasha.
I love how positive this has been for with, like, the most random characters.
Yeah.
All the characters we like F tier. They're terrible. All these random ass side characters is like, hell yeah.
I don't know who this bitch is.
He's the one who died, I think, in that case.
Probably.
Yeah, he's like the boss.
Mm-hmm.
He's died. What was her name even?
I don't remember her name, but I think
She seems like a lot.
Yeah.
She seems kind of intense.
I would put her in like high F, right below old bag.
Yeah.
Because they're both a lot.
Yeah. Norma de Plume, thank you. Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, because like I knew she did like the sort of alleged, like the quote unquote investigative journalism. Mm-hmm. So she's like kind of a lot like.
Well, her investigative journalism wasn't entirely false, just only about like 50% false.
Yeah, but she was like a lot about it. She was kind of intense about it. She like. I don't know. Wasn't she kind of like arrogant about it too? Like she assumed that Phoenix and Athena were like fans or something. Yeah. Which is like, I don't know. That attitude is always kind of a turn off.
Yeah. She's always going to think she's better than you. Mm-hmm. Like she'd be absolutely able to do some like extravagant displays of affection, but like you know that she will never see you as an equal.
And I just feel like you're gonna have to hear about her fucking conspiracy theories that she has. Like, she's gonna, as she's trying to, like, work through her fucking crazy ideas for her books, I'm like, I don't really, like, I'm just not into that. And I feel like it's a lot to deal with. Yeah. So, yeah. High F. But Marlon Rhymes. Was his thing that he was, like, dating Summers? Yeah. Was it Azura Summers? Or
it was Azura Summers.
We only have this version of Marlon Rhymes. They got kind of sloppy about not having portraits for the different versions of the same characters.
At least we do have two versions of Dats.
We do have sort of the double Dats. And 3 Kiras when we're ready for that.
No glasses, shade.
Yeah, there's 2 Dark Laws. There's 2 Amir Punch and Bogs. for how strongly we're gonna feel about Amir. Anyway. Oh, Danica. Not only is Carmine Accidenti on the list, he is the last person on the list that we're doing.
Yup.
Which I didn't do that. It was that way when I opened this tier list. Carmine was the last one on there. He is the final one because everyone hereafter has either been disqualified for being too young or being an animal, or they're ones we skipped because like they're duplicates and we didn't have enough to say, or like various things.
The lion.
The hyper-realistic lion JPEG. You know. That was Leon, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was me. Good gods.
God, something ride or stick shift or something. I'll play it soon. Okay. Marlon Rhymes. He was like fine, right? Like ultimately he was just kind of there. He was fine.
He was the culprit.
Whatever.
He did get some rehabilitation.
Yeah.
They did welcome him back. He did learn.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I feel like by the end, I didn't feel too much animosity towards him, except for the fact that I hated voicing him.
Yeah.
And the gimmick they did just straight up wasn't funny.
Yeah.
But that's not his fault. He'd compose a rap for you. It wouldn't be good, though.
Yeah, but, like, he
sometimes
would.
That's endearing.
Yeah.
But sometimes the
He's
effort
a SoundCloud rapper.
That changes
Pull
things.
Pull up in a Honda Civic.
That changes things.
There are summers you could do so much better, but I'd put him in, like...
I just feel like he's like a low C, high D kind
Put
of
him right above,
like...
what's his fucking face? The guy who looks like the victim in Reunion and Turnabout, but isn't him. Bottom of D.
Like here.
Yeah.
Below Olga.
Yeah, because, like, I think there was something there. We don't know enough about him to say so, but, like, he had to have something.
Yeah, like, he brings something to the table, but I feel like he's... I don't know. You said SoundCloud rapper, and that sort of, like... That conjured such a specific...
Pull up in a Honda. Pull up in a Honda Civic.
He is in the house like carpet. That's something we have to consider.
He is in the house like carpet.
Like Chef Boyardee, his rhymes are truly cooking. I'm obsessed with that song. I just pull it up to listen to it sometimes.
I need to listen to it in full one day.
It's really just like, I know people say, check it out, I'm in the house like carpet. When I tell you, like, there's other worse lines in it, it is breathtaking.
Astounding.
It's astonishing how just, like, it's so beautiful. It's called Burning Men's Soul from, I think, the Persona 2 soundtrack.
That's such an epic name for a song that contains I'm
Check
in the
it
house.
out, I'm in the house like carpet.
Yeah.
That's, I think, how it opens, which is why it gets memed like that, because I think that's the first thing he says is, check it out, I'm in the house like carpet.
Strong start.
Marlon
Rhymes wrote that song.
Yeah.
For the Persona 2 soundtrack.
See, that would
canon.
be if Marlon Rhymes wrote that song, I might feel differently. I might feel better about him.
Okay.
If his rhymes were truly cooking.
Okay, if we
it does kind of. I have seen people compare it to The World Ends With You music. It does remind me of a little bit, and I love this song, but it does remind me of I don't know the name of it, but it's the one where they're like, take it easy, RELAX, would you like to have something to drink? That's the line that always stands out to me. It's just like such a weird, it's not bad, but it is kind of corny, and it does remind me of that.
Have a coffee a while. Twilly if it was from where I am.
Twilly if they were Pennsylvania.
Yeah, if they're Pennsylvania Dutch.
I don't hate it at all. I love it, but it is corny. It is undeniably kind of corny. Like, I would vibe to it pretty much every time it came on. I think I associate it with the guy from the coffee shop. I'm sorry, I have retained no information about Twilly. But because I think it's, like, one of the first times you hear it is when you meet that guy. But yeah. I like that Twilly music is, like, Hanakoma, thank you. I like that Twilly music is, like, just a little bit bad because I feel like some of it is just a little bit bad, but I feel like that adds. I don't know. It really does it for me. Herman Crab, I think was his name, right?
He straight up said that he doesn't believe in love, so I don't think he's interested.
True. That's true. He doesn't believe in love. Yeah, I feel like he's fun to hang out with, but I don't think he's gonna be sensual. I think he has, like, other shit going on. I think he's not looking, he's not interested.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna put him, he's a high not interested because, like
if he wanted to be an eligible bachelor, he could be. He just doesn't want to.
He could bring it to the table, he just doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna put him below Lisa Basil but above Emma Skye.
He's like DILF adjacent.
He could be DILFy if he so decided.
If he owned up the fact that he is a penguin dad, he could be considered he could be considered a DILF.
Yeah. Carrying a penguin around in one of those little baby...
Yes.
I don't know the word for them, but you know
the baby backpacks?
Yeah, when you like have the baby harnesses, I guess maybe that's what they're called. Yeah, when you have like a baby strapped to your chest. Baby Bjorn, thank you. Yeah, if one of those with a penguin in it, I just think that'd be cute.
Yeah.
I think that would be cute. Azura Summers is dead.
Yeah, but
she will teach her whale tricks for you.
Was about her relationships.
Yeah, she will send you cool whale trick videos.
As I said earlier, like Sasha, got her orca to sing for her boyfriend.
Yeah, that is pretty cute.
Yeah, I'd say that she's probably up in a sea. Plus, also the fact she was good enough of a dead wife that Marlon Rhymes did decide to become evil for her.
That's true. That's true. She had to be bringing something.
Put her right next to Clay. Dead wife gang.
Dead wife gang. We have has a dead wife gang, and then we have is a dead wife gang. How does she rank against Clay? I feel like she's above Clay.
Yeah.
I have no real reasoning for this.
We have evidence that she was actually in a relationship.
Yeah, and she was like good for like, you know, like cute romantic gestures. Mm-hmm. Like nothing, they weren't like big sweeping romantic gestures. Mm-hmm. Like it didn't feel like a performative thing. She was just keeping in touch and being like, check out these like cute videos of what I'm doing at work.
Yeah.
Like she wanted to just like let you know how her day was going.
Yeah, she was very cute.
I think that's sweet. Like she seems like the kind of person who would just like text you if she saw like a cool thing on the side of the road.
Yeah.
It's like she'll be like, this, like I saw this person today wearing this fun shirt, and she would like want you to know about it. And
she would use like, so many emoticons.
She would. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like she's just like fun to talk to. She has a lot to say. She's good at like carrying a conversation. Older Maya.
Maya is many things.
Sensual she is not, I would say. She is not. I struggle to imagine that she's looking. She has like a lot going on right now.
Yeah.
She's sort of got her like Master of Kurain thing that she's training for, that's been taking up like all of her time.
Yeah, plus I feel like she probably also has like some reservations against romance.
Yeah.
Just given from what we have heard of her, where she's like, just from what I hear from dialogue about Pearl, when she is just like, Pearl has never seen any good relationships in her life. Maya probably also hasn't, due to the fact that she also grew up in Kurain Village.
Yeah. Maya's the type of person who like needs the perfect partner to literally fall into her lap. She is not gonna do anything to try and find somebody.
Yeah.
She is gonna be totally satisfied. Like I feel like she is like prepared to live a fulfilling life without that. But she's like, if she met the absolute right person and it just like happened to fall into place, she wouldn't say no. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't see her at that stage of her life.
People are like big into Fran Maya and stuff, but like I cannot see Maya in a relationship.
I feel like when she's younger, I can almost like see it more for her, where she's like, I could see her like, I could see her having like a young relationship, if that makes sense. Like when she's like 18, 19, I could see her having like an 18, 19-year-old relationship.
Yeah, before like the weight of all the responsibilities being shoved onto her really feels.
Yeah, like before she kind of settles down into like adult life. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like she, I don't know. I feel like it really would, at the stage of her life that she's at in Spirit of Justice, I really don't see her as being somebody who's on the lookout. Mm-hmm.
It's like, she also just seems to me as someone as like, when Nick isn't around, she seems like she's probably a very different person. Mm-hmm. Because like, we hear so much about how much she does for her responsibilities.
I feel like she's a lot more serious.
And then she just cuts loose when she's with Phoenix. Because she knows she doesn't have to have a guise up. So I feel like we have a very strange impression of Maya as we are playing as Phoenix whenever we see her.
Yeah. How do we feel about right below Emma Sky?
I think that's perfect.
I had her above Emma, but I kind of thought more about it, and I was like, I don't know.
I think they're perfect for each other. Not in a relationship, but also maybe in a relationship.
I kind
of funny relationship.
A lot of people like these two together specifically when they're younger because they're such similar characters. But I almost kind of think it's better when they're like. I think it's funny if they meet each other when they're like 30.
Yeah.
When they've both kind of like settled down and they're like. I could see them like kind of hitting it off. I think
they could hit it off and like they would start flirting by just shit talking Phoenix.
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna just mentally get specifically into
Spirit of Justice, Emma and Maya.
Yeah. In the Spirit of Justice post-canon that exists only in my beautiful mind.
Before Radical 6 comes.
Maya is why Emma and Apollo have to get a platonic divorce.
Yeah!
It's perfect.
Yes!
It's perfect. Apollo and Emma have a platonic marriage pact that, I don't know, that whole, like, if we're both single by the time if we're both still single by the time we're, like, 30, we'll get married, that old thing. And they actually go through with it just for fun, and for tax benefits. But then I was also saying, like, if we don't want them to be, like, romantically single forever, then they have to navigate getting a platonic divorce. Because the arrangement is obviously secret. They don't tell anybody about it. I said 30. I guess, yeah. I don't know. It is kind of young for that, but still. I think they're like
both
if neither
dramatic
of us,
bitches who would choose 30.
Yeah, if neither of them have any prospects at 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an age a lot of young people would pick. Never mind the fact that Emma's like 26.
Yeah.
She knows it's only like a few years away for her.
Yeah, she has no plans.
Yeah, she's
like,
too
busy ghosting women on Bumble.
Yeah, she's one of those people who's like she's been in a dry spell for like several years, so she just assumes that it's gonna be forever. She had like a couple like really bad flings in her early 20s that ended horrifically. She had like one relationship she thought was gonna be long term, and it was a disaster.
Yeah,
and now she's like, I'm never gonna fall in love again.
That's why she came to the United States again. And
so they get platonic. They do marriage fraud at like 30. And then at like 32, she meets Maya. And she's like, fuck. I can't tell her that I'm already married to my gay roommate. She's not gonna get it. And Maya totally would get it, but they still have to do a whole comedy of errors where they...
Maya already knows. Maya knows, but just isn't saying it because she's already cool with the fact.
She's fine. She thought that Emma knew that she knew.
Yeah.
And just, like, didn't bring it up.
Like, they start getting into a serious relationship, and Maya's just like, oh yeah, like, how's your gay husband? Am I being brought into whatever you and your gay husband has?
Yeah, she's like, I feel like she's gonna be like, you guys didn't have to get a divorce. Marriage isn't really that important to me.
Yeah.
But it's long after they already went through the whole fucking ordeal. Where they take a terrible road trip to some other county in California.
Black Will drove again.
They work at court.
Yeah.
So their friends can't find out about this. I have heard some people have the really funny headcanon that Blackwell and Maya know each other, I think just on the basis that they're exactly the same age, inexplicably.
And they're also... I remember seeing art of them being, like, Steel Samurai
besties. Yeah.
Yes.
I kind of love that. I love them being, like, casual friends. They're, like, Tumblr mutuals.
I think they're, like, internet forum friends.
Yeah.
They met on the Steel Samurai forums.
So I think that Blackwell told Maya and only Maya.
Yeah.
He's like, so I get one. It doesn't count if it's Maya.
Yeah, he's like, she's never going to meet them.
Yeah. They don't know that.
Chad, he doesn't know.
They haven't, like, talked about their jobs.
They've never met.
They've never...
They only know each other through, like, Tumblr.
I'm sorry we've gotten so sidetracked by our beautiful minds, but this is what it's like.
Yeah.
This is what it's like to be us.
Yeah, this is what it's like living in this house.
Adrian, this is so incredible. I'm so glad we have this documented so I can come back to it. We have such an intricate canon. Nayuta Sadmati.
F.
Yeah.
Where's fucking emotionally unavailable gang? Just
he's absolutely emotionally unavailable.
Put him right next to Courtney Scythe, in between Lana.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He has sort of a God, a D tier, huh? Because the thing is, like, I guess, like, by the end of the game, you can see him starting to open up, but I still feel like...
He opened up politically.
Yeah. I still feel like he's got that thing going where he's not going to let you in on, like, what's going on with him, and especially now that he's, like, kind of in charge of things.
Mm-hmm.
He's, like, going to be even more, I feel, closed off, because he has, like, a...
Yeah.
I don't know.
He does not seem sensual in any degree.
No.
Like he could be a little bit tender, but it's not going to it would be extremely difficult to make work. Like everyone here.
Would this be bold?
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm just like
below Van Zeeks.
Yeah. Yeah. Sidebar.
Yeah. I was literally about to say we need
as an aside, what the fuck were we thinking?
Yeah.
He could be vastly improved with the right partner, but yeah, Sensual is still a stretch even then.
Yeah.
I feel like it's again the kind of thing where it's like if you find someone who likes that level of kind of not being super like lovey-dovey,
mm-hmm.
he's gonna get along with that person and it's gonna be great, but
it's not gonna be sensual.
Yeah. That's how I feel. The judge in Coraline. What did he even have?
He had a wife.
Did he?
Yes, he did have a wife because he was like, "Oh, I need to finish up this trial soon because I have
class with my wife.
I have class with my wife."
That's right. He's kind of real for that.
He is kind of real for that. I think that brings him up to at least C or B.
Yeah.
He had to cancel his guitar lessons with his couple's guitar lessons with his wife because the trial went on, and his wife got really upset with him.
That's right. Which means that he I don't know. To me, that reads like that's not always happening. Like that's like it's
mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, he was like, I can't cancel this. Like, he was making a whole fucking thing of, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That feels to me like that's
I would put him right next to Clavier. Separate them. Or not.
We can separate them.
Separate them.
We can separate them. I just have to emotionally rag on Clavier for a sec.
Yeah. Actually, put him in front of Clavier.
You understand?
Yeah. Fuck Clavier.
Yeah.
It's so funny how I thought I was going to love him before I got to meet him, and then now I'm just like.
Yeah, I was in the same boat. I was so ready. I thought he was gonna be a special guy to me.
Mm-hmm.
He was for like a little bit, and then I sort of thought about him more.
Yeah,
I just sort of lost interest.
He kind of falls apart once you look at him a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
But we're not going to get into talking about our problems with Apollo Justice, or else we will be here all night.
Adrian's more of a Clavier hater than me. I see squandered potential in him.
I also see squandered potential in him. I just have to be a little bit extra of a hater to make up for it.
Yeah.
I'm a hater because there's squandered potential.
Sage, we have this in common. I also think every day about... How much have we actually posted about our, Catholic Gavin cinematic universe?
I don't know.
I've definitely alluded to it before. We think that the Gavins are Catholic.
Yeah, they're absolutely Catholic.
I'm a baptized Catholic. I just
Clavier is in a church band.
Like, look at Clavier and tell me he was not like a single life choice away from becoming a youth pastor. Like, one thing goes differently in his life, and he's a fucking Catholic youth pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Not much, but some, because if there was a lot, I'd be all over that. Like, I just think that they have the energy. I think Christoph has a sort of Catholicism to him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I mean by that, but I look at him and I'm like, I see that for him.
You're like a self-proclaimed cool Catholic. You went to a cool Catholic church.
Yeah. I think that Christoph still attends Mass regularly.
Oh yeah, Christoph is like...
Christoph is devout.
Yeah, he's a devout Catholic.
He
says grace before eating.
My God. But
that
like...
gag. Stuck the tongue out and everything.
My family was never that, like, we were Catholic, but not like that Catholic. But I have like some uncles who, not like all the time, but like when we do the family gatherings for the big meals, you know, like Thanksgiving, Christmas, they're saying grace. Mm-hmm. They're stopping everyone to say grace. He went to the church my dad did, statements that mean literally nothing. No, Grace, you're intrinsically correct.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have to know what you mean.
Your dad knew Clavier.
Christoph wears a rosary underneath his suit. Oh my God. Oh, Clavier, absolutely. Because he's one of those, he's got like a couple necklaces. I think
he's got one of those fish ones on his car, on his motorcycle.
Oh my God, the fucking fish. Ah! Yes. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, I think the Gavins are Catholic. I just think something about them has like, oh my God, it was very much that cool church. Grace, we share certain similarities. I went to a church growing up. We went to a Mass. It was specifically like the Mass that was a little bit more kid-friendly. They had more like contemporary instruments, stuff like that. There was a pastor who was known for being like kind of cool. He usually did the sermons. There was like a separate thing that like for part of the sermon, kids would go to get their own like kids sermon for it, and we got to do like our own hymns. We had our own little like hymn book that was like, I don't know, the hymns for the kids for like, it was probably like 20 minutes out of the whole hour or something like that of Mass. But I feel like, yeah, that's very much the vibe of like what the Gavins went to. It was still like, it looked like a very traditional like Roman Catholic church. It had all the stained glass, the very stuff like that. But then like they sort of were like, we're cool for the kids and stuff like that. You know, the kids get to go aside and sing "Our God is an Awesome God" sometimes, which was a banger if you were 10 and Catholic. But yeah,
I was raised Methodist, which is not Catholic. It's sort of just like an offshoot of Christianity. And my church, I think, is one of the oldest buildings in this town. It burned down 3 times, Jesus. I think. Just like London. And it has a basketball court in it. It does not look like a building that should have a basketball court in it.
That's wild.
And there are 2, like, services. There's one in the regular, like, real stained glass chapel area with a huge ass organ, which is the whole room basically. Yeah. And then there's another service which is like the cool hip contemporary service with like a band which takes place in the basketball court, which also has a stage in there for some reason.
Damn.
They do events in there.
Yeah, a lot of churches will do that. They're good for holding events because they're big.
Events in the basketball court that has a stage.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah. Gaspin' too.
Astra, the answer to what you do when they say grace before dinner is you fucking sit there awkwardly and hold hands with the person next to you, and you really wish that you were eating right now.
You hold hands during
Have you never had...
I've done Grace. We did not do it like that. We just we bowed our heads in our seat. And we sat there a bit awkwardly while my mom said out Grace.
I think traditionally, everybody, like, kind of holds hands in a circle around the table.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Gross. I would hate that.
Yeah, that's... Okay, I'm not crazy. Yeah, that's the normal thing. Your family's the weird one. Adrian, I don't know how to tell you this, but your family's weird.
What was your first clue? The fact that my dad was invited to climb a nuclear power plant?
This is true.
And the only reason why he didn't was because he broke his foot the night before?
Your family.
I'm not going to tell that entire story right now, but remind me to tell that story next time we're on stream. Next time we do stream. Ask me about my dad.
Stop showing my tabs, you fiend. Anyway, sorry.
Anyways,
there's nothing bad in my tabs. I just like that's none of that's my business.
We have to make it through spirit of justice.
For the love of God, it's gonna get so much more fun.
Gasp in pain.
He's not different in this game.
He's worse in this game. Put him below Takatsuchi.
He got like just a little bit worse.
He was trying to get a 10-year-old killed for clout.
Yeah. Oh wait, did we unplug the headphones a long time ago?
Oh no!
Or did it just... Wait, hang on.
You had
Did
music...
it just not autoplay the Next Pursuit music because somebody...
Yeah, we haven't had music playing almost this entire time, I think.
What the fuck? Girl, buffer! It was playing for like a bit. What the hell? Hang on. There we go.
We now have music.
We had music for an hour and 15 minutes. So it's been like 45 minutes without music. It's fine. I had the same thing as last time. I just got like a playlist.
Was music playing at all during this? Because
it was at the start of stream.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I just got through a few videos and then stopped. I went from the beginning. Anyway.
There's been no music since Astro came back.
Well,
at least.
There's music now. It's fine.
There is music now. We're good.
We're good. This is fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peace, love, and understanding. I
hate him.
Here's the thing, this whole case. I'm glad I didn't stream it, but I almost wish you could have seen how livid I became when playing this case. It broke me.
I love it how you're like, wow, this is a fun gimmick. It's going to become tired in 5 minutes.
You can literally, if you go to my thread, I was like, huh, it's so funny that they make his actual voice beeps match that, and then you can see me 20 minutes later tweet, okay, the joke's worn itself out, and then it continues for like 2 more hours. Or at least what feels like 2 more hours. It was fucking unbearable.
P, love, and oven stambin.
I don't know what to say to that. I have, like...
I was trying to say his name and something went horribly wrong.
Something did go wrong. I don't... I, like, can't...
He's the reason why everything bad in this game happened.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't remember any, like, he just was annoying. He was just annoying for the whole case, and he did it.
Put him next to fucking above those shitty-ass people in F.
He doesn't have many memos swag.
Yeah.
How do we feel about
there.
this?
Perfect.
He died.
He is the single solitary snail.
Pat Roll, I think was him.
Something like that.
He was one of the 7 different Ace Attorney characters whose name is a joke on Patrol.
Yeah.
And I think it's so beautiful that they can't let that one joke go. They keep bringing it back. They have 10 pat roles, literally. Roger Rittens, the ratings Raja. Well, he sucks.
He's an F. He's with our emotional manipulator gang.
Yeah.
I think he's above Morgan, but like he still fucking sucks. He's in it for himself.
Yeah.
He will not eat pussy.
He won't. And like he'll make a big deal out of the fact that he doesn't.
He will
also,
post about how he doesn't eat pussy.
He will. And he's in the entertainment industry, and I'm sorry, that's like so. If you're an asshole and you're in the entertainment industry, those things make each other so much worse.
Everything you do is like Drake.
Like Drake. I'm just like yeah. Man of Mystery.
He died.
He faked
his identity and he died.
He faked his identity. He filmed a prank video for YouTube.
And died
What's
in
up,
the
everybody? What's up, YouTube? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today we're gonna be pranking Trucy Wright. I can't form an opinion on.
Yeah,
on
I don't
that
fucking
basis.
know anything shit about him. This motherfucker and his wife, who's pregnant.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be heavily pregnant, but she's not pregnant looking.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
They loved each other.
I hated this case so much.
I'm gonna say just put them in the middle of C because it was obvious that they loved each other very, very much to an insane degree. So you know they're probably having some wild shit.
Yeah.
Fortunately, these two seem like they're a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'd put them like both right after Knife Boy, I think, or something like that.
Sure. Yeah. Sure.
Like
I literally I hated this case so much.
I remember enough
about
them because I was like, oh, they have relationship and it's kind of sweet. Unfortunately, they could have been if they were in a case that were good. I would be wild about them a little bit.
Yeah, because they do have that sort of they're a little obsessed with each other sort of thing, that they're willing to sort of go to such crazy lengths for each other.
And they hate the government.
Yeah, they're kind of based.
Unfortunately, they are in an awful case.
Unfortunately, they're stuck in Right of Turnabout. Get them out of there. Yeah. Two versions of That's Arabal.
He did die, but we brought him back.
Yeah, we handled it. That's Arabal. Finally.
Finally. Harry Dats.
Yeah.
I think Harry Dats was not interested, but as soon as he shaved, he was ready.
Well, because he didn't he not know who he was because he hit his
amnesia.
head or something? Yeah. Category 5 baby girl incident.
Yes.
Literally.
He was the best thing about that case.
Yeah. Can we put him in the sort of amnesiac?
Yeah.
Or don't know who they are category?
That's Arabal A.
A minimum.
A minimum. He will.
Dare I? Can you fucking go the way here? Top of A?
I believe it.
Dare I?
I believe it. I see the vision.
Yeah. Category 5 baby girl incident.
He
the
will
level
make
of
you
devotion
laugh during sex, and it will not be cringe. You'll be having so much fun.
No, it'll be like banter. It's because you have a good rapport. He's just not gonna make a big deal out of it. So he's gonna make you laugh because he's just we're hanging out. Sex is stupid.
Sex is silly and fun.
Yeah, sex is a dumb thing to do with another person.
Yeah.
It's an objectively hilarious thing to do with somebody, and Dats isn't afraid to acknowledge
And
that.
we know he's great with kids.
He's great with kids.
He hates the government.
That's hot.
He is so hot. He knows how to do cool knife tricks.
He can do cool knife tricks. What doesn't he bring to the table? He literally would treat you so well.
Yes!
And he would love to hear about your day.
He would be so excited to hear about your day.
He is willing to listen judgment-free about what to try.
Yes, and he's always ready to help.
And you know he's got a fucking supplier for everything.
Absolutely, even illegal shit.
Yeah, man has the connections.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's so personable. I think he just knows everybody he needs to know to get your hands on
He's so polite.
He would text you good morning and actually be giggling and kicking his feet. Literally.
He would text you good morning while he's right next to you in bed, yes. Giggling and kicking his feet.
Yes! The vision. Why isn't That's Arabal real? So we can all date him.
Yeah! Yes!
Such good cheek kisses, literally.
He knows how to do parachuting. He would take you out to do wild, crazy stuff for dates.
He feels like the type of guy who would, like, squish your cheeks when he kisses you.
Yes.
Like, he would, like, grab both sides of your face and squish your cheeks a little so your face looks kind of goofy.
Yes.
And then he would kiss you like that.
He would send you so many cool pictures of things that he sees and places that he goes, but he's always in the picture as well, pointing at the thing that he wants you to look at.
He's, like, giving the thumbs up. You know, his thumbs up? He's doing that in all his selfies. Danica, the problem is that he is introduced in Rite of Turnabout, which is the case I was just complaining about.
He is introduced in one of the worst cases in the series.
I'm so sorry to tell you this. Here's what you do. You just watch a playthrough on YouTube and just watch it at 2x speed until you see Dirk or Dats on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else is worth it. Yeah, well, you can just watch the scenes with him in it now because the trilogy release is gonna do the thing that DGS did where you can do scene select.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's actually, once we figure out which scenes he's in, you'll be free. We'll all be free.
We'll all be free.
God, yeah.
Wait, can you go back up for a sec?
Sure.
I love how our highest rated character who isn't Lang is Gumshoe.
Yeah.
It's so correct, though.
Yeah. It's real. Gumshoe would treat you so right.
He would.
We're crazy, but we're free. Literally. That's what these streams are
I don't give a shit about whoever this guy is.
I genuinely don't know who this is. I don't know this man's name. I don't know what he does.
He caused Rite of Turnabout to happen.
Did he?
Yeah.
I believe you.
I remember enough about Rite of Turnabout to say.
Oh, he died in Rite of Turnabout. Oh, okay.
He died, and it was the reason why the priest killed himself due to the fact that in order to hide his death stuff. Because,
sure.
His wife accidentally killed the guy, and because he was threatening to reveal them for being government haters.
Yeah. The fact that I don't know, I can't remember any of this, so.
I love how I remember more of it than you do, and I was asleep for half of you going through that.
You were. Bucky Whet.
Bucky Whet. I'd say he's in a low D, maybe high F.
He's not putting the effort in.
Yeah, he's not really putting the effort into much. He seems to be just chronically drunk.
Yeah, which is like he's not gonna be
he showed up to court drunk, not caring about his fate.
How do we feel?
Yeah, I feel that.
Just kind of like, I don't know, yeah, he's just sort of like, he's not involved, he's not really listening, he's not gonna be like present and there for you.
I like how he skateboards at least.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Geiru Tornado.
Geru.
She has a lot going on right now.
She has a lot going on, and she has like a massive inferiority complex.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be...
She's going to be a needy lover.
Yeah.
She's going to be needing like constant... She's going to pretend like she doesn't need constant validation, but she's going to expect constant validation, which is worse than constantly asking for validation, because she'll get like mad and upset with you if you don't read her mind.
Yeah, she's a very frustrating person to date.
Like, she wants to date. She wants love, however, she just does not... She's not putting in the work on herself.
Yeah, she wants a relationship, but she's very clearly not in a place where she should be in a relationship.
Yeah, I'd put her up in emotionally unavailable gang because of this. But, like, at the bottom of emotionally unavailable gang, because she doesn't really have that...
Yeah.
The tenderness that most of the others have.
Yeah.
She's kind of just, like, on fire in terms of how she is.
Yeah, and I also feel like a lot of these people at least are kind of aware that they need to like work on some things, even if they're sort of unwilling or unable.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't think Barrick is walking through thinking that he's like fine.
Yeah.
I don't think he thinks he's okay.
Yeah. Geru is too busy trying to prove herself to be like she's had as big clown shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Because, like, her father was, like, an expert Rakugo player, and she just, she's just not good at it.
Yeah.
And so she just has massive problems due to trying to live up to that expectation. Wow, just like Maya.
Wow.
Wow. And she's just not handling it well.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that.
She's handling it really poorly.
Also, like, I looked up earlier, she's, like, in her 30s and still being the way that she is. And, like, the way that her character personality is, I thought she was going to be, like, 22. I looked at her, she's, like, 34.
Oh, wow.
And acting like this, which is, I feel so much worse.
Yeah. Like, she's having fight with people on Twitter.
Like, if she was, like, 23, I would be like, yeah, that's how it is when you're 23 sometimes. But, no, she's, like, in her 30s. Get it the fuck together at that point.
Yeah, just like that. That's like, if you're like that when you're in your 30s, something terribly wrong has gone in your life.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
The Uendo crew.
Yeah, is that Sage poses a pertinent question, which is that, like, is it specifically Uendo? Because the picture is Uendo, but. I mean, you kind of, like,
however,
package deal a little bit.
Yeah, you can't I don't think you can just date the one of them. That would be difficult. Plus, they also, like, they're constantly flipping back and forth from each other, and they all seem to, like, value each other's opinions very, very closely.
Yeah, they do seem to be, like, working together. Like, they seem to have a sort of...
They have, like, a Trojan horse situation.
Because there's, like... Yeah, and everyone's different. Looking at the way that Uendo and friends specifically are, it definitely feels like they want to work as, like, they're presenting a united front.
Yeah.
They're all different people, but they all seem to want the same thing generally for, like, the whole...
Yeah,
they're collaborative.
They're
Does
all
that make sense?
They're all working together for the benefit of their vessel.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vessel sounds demonic to say.
They seem like they generally have their shit together such that they're all, like... Yeah, Uendo seems to be the host. But they all seem to be aware of... Like, they're all kind of aware of what each other's up to for the most part.
Yeah, thank you, host. That's the correct term, sorry. Well, I guess because it's like he's a boat.
Yeah, he's a boat. I guess it's thinking of the body as being separate from any one person within it. Like, the host is not themselves the body. They're all kind of the...
Yeah. They seem to all have, like, equal control over
the sort of
body.
dude that they're all mech piloting.
Yeah. They're just one that is they all seem to to work together in his performances as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so I feel like, you're definitely getting the package deal, and I feel like they're gonna be... Yeah, they were definitely co-conjures during the trial. They were having conversations with each other.
They're arguing.
Replaying that trial was really funny with the context that these are, like, different alters.
Yeah.
Like, watching them, like, actively disagree with each other to be like, hang on, we didn't discuss this. Get back in the huddle. Yeah. Anyway. All this to say, like, I mean, like, it seems like Window is just, like, a person who kind of has it together.
Yeah!
Like, it seems like they're all, like... It seems like they're all pretty well adjusted.
Yeah, like, it'll definitely take some time to, like, get the know of each of them, I feel like.
Yeah, and, like, obviously they're kind of a lot. It's a lot of big personalities,
yeah.
I would say. But, like... I also think that, like, I mean, a lot of it is performance. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, when testifying, they kind of fell back on they know how to perform for people. Mm-hmm. And so they kind of fell back on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Patches kind of playing it up and all that. I think Kisagawa was, like, trying to be the responsible one.
Yeah.
A little bit. But it just wasn't... She
could not handle them all.
Yeah, she could not keep them all corralled. But, like, yeah, I mean, they all seem sweet. They all seem fun. Like, any one of them, I think, would be really fun to hang out with and talk to.
I feel like it would be hard to, like, get to know them all, really. I think it would be hard for them to be, like, vulnerable just from, like, what we see of them.
Yeah, but they also know their own... They each know their own strengths, I think, too. Like, they both sort of know how to pass things around to be maximally successful. And, yeah, I don't know, like, maybe Sensual isn't entirely right, but it wouldn't be unpleasant.
Yeah,
to be,
you could definitely have a very good relationship with them. Like, I think that, like, seeing their performances would also be really fun.
Yeah,
I could see them trying to pull out a little funny thing in order to, like,
definitely knows how to make you laugh.
Yeah, we'll give you a little wink when you're in the crowd.
Yeah,
won't compromise their
oh no,
very very professional, like, stuff.
Yeah, consummate professional, absolutely. But I also think, like, you know, would keep, like, work and home life separate enough that, like, it's not gonna
I'd put them, like, right next to Daily Vigil, I think. Above Daily Vigil.
Where's Daily?
C. Behind Darien.
I can see that. Can I make this fight?
Yeah. Every time we put someone up in high C, we're always like...
You're always, like, below Clavier, and I'm like, below Clavier? Every time.
Every time. Thing is that every time you're right to say that they should be above Clavier. Like... We need more people above Clavier.
That's, you know, that's all I'm saying. Alright, who's next? He died.
I don't
know.
He didn't seem like a bad person, but, like, he super died.
He was there. He died.
He super died. Dirk S.
Everyone set aside
Sugmati.
the next 30 minutes of your life. Do we think... Come on. Do we think?
Ooh.
Where do we place him in S tier? He indisputably belongs in S tier.
Absolutely.
He will tell us about termites now. Danica, I am thrilled for when you get to that part and you, like, get a grasp of, like, what I've been joking about.
Okay. I have a
context
suggestion.
for that.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
We make a Dirk tier. Below Shilong Lang.
Yeah, I'm like, I kind of almost feel like he maybe is the only person to even compete.
Yeah.
Like, can he be the second person in Shilong Lang tier?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Dirk Sugmati. The first person to break the Shillong Lang ceiling. I feel like they're equal too, by the way. Like, this isn't even, like, you can't rank them. They're both, this is an unranked tier, because it's just, like, it's the pinnacle. Mm-hmm. You can't be more the pinnacle or less the pinnacle. They're both just the pinnacle.
Yeah. They're shaking hands. They're trading business cards.
They are trading business cards. Dirk Samadhi would literally treat you so right.
He would.
He would literally treat you so right.
Okay, like, listen. He even has a lot of similarities with Lang. Of, like, he
big
is
tits.
a big tits. A big boss. There's so many people working under Dirk, and they all trust him immensely.
Yeah, unequivocal respect. Mm-hmm. Like the people who work for him, there is an incredible mutual respect. He hates the government, which, as established, very hot.
Very hot.
He's literally on the run. He's a loving father.
He's literally a loving father. He loves fun.
He loves fun. He's so silly.
His beloved wife got mysteriously not killed. Yeah. He found her. She had been gaslit for years to think that he had tried to kill her, and he still managed to get her to believe him again.
Mm-hmm. They had a whole nother baby. He met the baby. Like, they were in a good relationship, at least for a while.
Yeah, they were in love.
Yeah. That was the romance. And then he raised kids for like 10 years with dads.
Yeah, he raised a kid of someone who he barely ever met.
Right.
Someone he barely knew.
He's so, like, thoughtful. Like, the whole bit where he fucking orchestrates a situation so that Apollo doesn't have to swim because he has drowning trauma. Mm-hmm. Like, he thought of that, and he's like, he's not gonna forget things about you. He's gonna he has it so together. He's gonna remember your needs. You're gonna tell him, like, once that you like something a certain way, and he's gonna fucking remember that. He's gonna have it.
He will remember that forever.
He's the ideal man.
His only fault is that he's dead.
And he didn't even let that stop him.
He didn't even let that fucking stop him.
Greg's sitting here like, oh, I'd be such a good father to my son if only I didn't get shot. Dirk was like, I tanked 3 bullets and handled it. I died and I still handled it.
I died, but it didn't take for a couple of days or weeks.
He's literally built different. Built different. Took 3 bullets just to get through his fat fucking tits. Character of all time.
Truly.
Dirk Samadhi. Everyone be fucking realistic. Politician. Really the epic highs and lows of this stream. Peaks and valleys.
F.
I mean, yeah, there was never any hope for this dude. He sucks.
Put him next to Canadian Judge.
I was actually thinking of putting him next to Richard.
Actually, yeah, that's perfect. They're perfect for each other. They both suck immensely.
I just feel like I hate
the game
them.
that they're in a substantially worse game.
I love that Richard Wellington somehow manages to ruin Justice for All for you.
I forgot about everything else that happened in Justice for All.
Yeah. Well, the problem is Justice for All has 2 of the best cases in the trilogy, and then 2 of the worst.
Yeah.
Because it has easily the trilogy's worst opening case.
Yeah. He's part of they're both part of the worst cases of their respective games.
Yeah. Yeah, which, like, well, not the worst case of their respective
the only
games.
reason why Forgotten Turnabout isn't the worst case of Justice for All is because somehow
Big Top is there.
Somehow they managed to make Big Top.
Yeah, but it's like Forgotten Turnabout isn't like actively no, it's Lost Turnabout. I always do this. Lost Turnabout isn't like that bad, but it's just not that good either. But yeah. Who's this guy even?
He's an archaeologist who is.
Oh, was he that kid's dad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't know him.
Didn't he die?
Yeah.
He's died.
Paul boy killed him.
Garan.
Queen Garan.
I don't know, she was evil McEvil face.
Send her ass to Morgan.
Send her ass to Morgan. Worse than Morgan?
Yeah, I'd say she's worse than Morgan.
Yeah.
I'd say she's next to Dahlia. Right in front of Dahlia.
Yeah. Yeah, she was kind of like using her husband, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of.
She was using her husband, she was using her sister, she was using her sister's daughter.
Because now that I think about it, there was kind of the whole thing where it's like you were supposed to be really suspicious of Inga for like most of the game, and then he kind of ended up being like not really as bad as you were expecting him to be.
Yeah, he's just kind of a normal piece of shit, but he was also like a really great father to Rafa, apparently.
Yeah, he like really loved his kid.
Yeah. He like really loved Rafa, and Rafa loved him.
Yeah. It was weird. But he still was like signing execution orders nonstop.
Yeah.
So that...
He gets to be put up in D, I think.
Yeah.
Next to Tigre, I think. I think he's at home with Tigre.
Hereabouts?
Yeah.
Nah, Tigre fucks nastier than he does.
Oh yeah. It's just so fucking funny looking at Tigre. Can you put Tigre right back next to him again? Just looking at the skin tones here.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I?
Yeah. I just needed them right next to each other for a second of the difference of like slightly darker toned characters.
Once we start getting the Leighton versus characters in there, it's gonna be great because he's gonna look way less orange than he currently does. It's just that we haven't brought the fucking orange gang into here.
Yeah, we haven't brought in the Doritos yet.
Everyone in Leighton is so orange. You don't notice it until they get put up against characters who aren't, but they're all so brave and so fucking orange.
Truly.
Nina.
Not interested.
Yeah, she's kind of got other shit going on.
Yeah, she's too busy pretending to be an old woman.
Yeah. Identity gang?
Identity gang!
Disguise gang. I think that's so beautiful.
Yeah. Now,
Amara?
Amara? I think she can be higher up.
Yeah.
I think she's gonna be up in C, I think, maybe.
I feel like she's kind of with this crew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's sort of like, she brings stuff to the table, but again, she kind of has like so much other shit that she's like focusing on.
I think she's right next to Rhoda would be perfect for her.
Do you separate them?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can kind of see it, because she's gonna be more involved than somebody like Cammy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I also think similar to Rhoda, in a different way, is very oriented to,
another thing that happened was that, like, she was years gaslit by her sister into thinking that Dirk killed her. When Dirk showed up and he tried to make a case to her, she was like, okay, I'll go with you. I'll see if you're really true.
Music for the love of God. Oh, I hit the bottom of the playlist. What?
How?
No, I was shuffling it, and maybe YouTube got a little confused.
Oh, yeah, I might have just, like, shuffled it once.
I hate this.
But I'm,
Wait, wrong tab. Wait. We're back.
We're back.
For fuck's sake. Thank you, Astro.
She wanted to see for herself. Wanting to test that stuff out for herself is kind of sexy.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. I can see this. Larry, do we have to?
Put him next to Larice again.
Yeah, I feel like he's just sort of in a Larice sort of situation.
F, which is an F. Yeah, right there.
I think he's an improvement on Larice, but not meaningfully.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think he's an improvement on Larice. Because he did just, like, find a woman and then has been declaring that they're married now.
Yeah,
as opposed to just being weird and pining.
Mm. That's true. He was really not normal about it in that case. Yeah.
These two are A tier.
Yeah, these two are A tier. Another classic A tier couple. They're so romantic.
Yeah.
It's so cute. They're so cute.
She's absolutely head over heels, desperately in love.
Yeah.
He's also love her, even though he is kind of emotionally, like, stunted, but, like,
yeah,
they're working with each other.
Yeah.
They trust each other so much. I think I'd put them above the roles, at least. Yeah, I think that's.
I'm kind of somewhere like here about
this.
How do we feel? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, because they're literally so like they're so good at communicating with each other. Like they clearly like the case establishes pretty well that they have like a really good system down for like when she's helping him with stuff. Like, you know, he'll be like, "Oh, where did I leave this?" She's like, "Oh yeah, here." You know, it's here. Things like that. Like, you know, they have a really good system in place for like looking after each other, taking care of each other. They both really, I don't know, they're both very invested in the relationship, and they're really like, love is so real.
Yeah.
They were like, I loved whenever they were in that case because it was so like
it was so good. Cool when I forget what his name is. Soren figured out that his memories were being rewritten into. Distrusting his wife and how upset he was at that.
Yeah. Yeah, and like the way that just like considering that like he trusts her so much. Like that there's a huge amount of trust that is in their relationship in terms of you know what the kind of trust that Soren puts into Ellen and like they're both just so invested in it. They're both so invested in each other. They both like really are so well matched. Like they're kind of like a cute like opposites attract thing where it's like she is very emotionally driven. He's very like unemotional outwardly, but like they're like obsessed with each other. They both kind of know what each other's thinking. It's so good. It's so good. They're so sweet.
They are so sweet. They're so
Love
cute.
is real. When that case wasn't pissing me off, it was so good. Pierce Nickety.
That was such a good pun for his name.
That was a good one, yeah. Doesn't he have... Wasn't it his fiancée?
Yep.
I just feel like he's sort of a little... He was kind of a lot about that whole thing.
Yeah, but you do have to consider the fact that...
The situation was bad.
Yeah, I feel like if I was in that situation, I would not be normal after that. Yeah. I don't... Like, that's not just grieving. That's something that breaks you.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'm just like, is he looking now, really? Is he interested?
He's not interested anymore.
Like, I feel like he's gotta be...
He's with our Dead Wife gang.
Yeah, I think he tops out Dead Wife gang.
Yeah.
But, like, he's not... He's not looking. Genuinely, who is this?
The victim?
Was it?
I think so.
I guess somebody had to be the victim. I can't tell you this man's name.
I couldn't tell you either.
Dumbass Gloomsbury, that's right. Yeah, it was like, oh yeah, Doomus Gloomsbury, because it was like Doom and Gloom. It was really stupid. But it was Doomus, so it looks like Dumbass.
Dumbass Gloomberry.
Yeah. The guy named Dumbass, yeah. Yeah, I don't fucking know.
I don't give a shit about that guy.
She died.
She died.
We really didn't find out much about her.
Yeah.
I don't know why fucking Phoenix and Apollo were at the end of Spirit of Justice. I think we meet them quite early in the game.
Yeah. You kind of beat Phoenix immediately.
Yeah, this is... I think this is collectively 3D Phoenix. Like I think this is Dual Destinies and Spirit of Justice.
Okay, yeah, I get that. I would put him... Where's regular Phoenix? Top of C, right?
Top of C.
I would put him...
I feel like he's gotten better.
He's gotten better.
Has he?
Has he? Just put him directly in front of... Put him right below Trilogy Phoenix, honestly.
Yeah. He's, like, more well-adjusted.
He's
but also,
better than
like...
Apollo Justice Phoenix.
Yes, but Apollo Justice here. Phoenix was way down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An Apollo Spirit of Justice.
Yeah, but also, like, when he... Dual Destinies before the horrors.
I think he's doing better after the horrors. I think he'd rank higher than where he originally was.
He's definitely not as much of a wreck as he was in 4. Mm-hmm. Like, he's definitely kind of gotten it together a little bit more.
I put him right up with Andrews, I think.
Yeah, I could see
actually, above Andrews, because that's where Apollo... yeah, he's above? Why is AA4 Apollo?
That's a great question.
Right there. Put maybe Apollo above Justine Courtney.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's doing better.
He's not beating beating out Eldoon.
Yeah, no one beats
Eldoon.
No one out noodles the Dune.
No one out noodles the Dune. Sure. No, I agree with you. I don't know what that means, but I agree. No one out noodles the Dune.
I don't know what that means either, gonna be honest.
No, you're right though. I'm for it. Yeah, Apollo is slightly improved. Not like a lot, but...
He's doing better.
God, he looks so much older. Look how baby-faced he is in this one. He really did go on T at the end of Apollo Justice.
The T really hit then.
Well, because there's also that whole thing about... They describe him as having a shrill, squeaky voice in... Like, I think Kristoff calls his voice shrill in Apollo Justice. And then they call it... Like, the judge calls it booming in Dual Destinies, which makes you think.
He got the voice drop.
The voice drop hit. He's got, like, his jawline is starting to like, be stronger. He looks less baby-faced. It makes you think. His forehead did get smaller. He went on finasteride.
His hair is starting to recede due to the male pattern baldness, but he's been taking steps to fix it.
Yeah. He went on finasteride.
Professor Layton.
We've talked about this.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. I'll show our hand. We've talked about Professor Layton. By Grace!
By Grace!
It's, the first one's a wild ride. Yeah, we were always insane for these. Mm-hmm. Professor Layton, here's what we came up with. And the way that this conversation happened was I actually originally pitched Layton as being potentially the first person to hit Shilong Langtier, and you rightfully pointed out that no one hits Shilong Langtier.
Yeah.
Which obviously we've walked back with Dirk Sudmati, but Dirk Sudmati is built different.
Yeah.
So we've determined, and I think that you'll all agree, Layton is a strong Mr. Turtle Loves the Water. He's a shitty father, which bumps him down a little. He's below Hosonaga, but he is...
Hosonaga is a great father to Mr. Turtle.
Yeah. That's the difference. So Hosonaga beats him out. But Layton is a strong Mr. Turtle Loves the Water. Whatever the fuck that means. You understand.
Yeah, you all get it, right?
Yeah, self-explanatory. Mr. Turtle Loves the Water. Goes without saying.
Yeah, it goes without saying.
God, we're finally in Layton Versus. This is...
I will say, the Phoenix of Layton Versus is the most sensual Phoenix, I believe, out of all iterations of Phoenix.
Oh, absolutely. He's, like, starting to actually deal with his, like, emotionally vulnerable shit. Like, he's actually addressing it. Leighton versus Phoenix is easily the most sensual Phoenix.
Yeah,
now
like, I would put him below the Katakis, but above Evie Vigil.
I'm into it. Yeah. He's like, because he's like taking care of the kids. Mm-hmm. Him and Leighton have like this great weird gay thing going on.
Yeah.
Leighton kind of makes him better.
Yeah.
Like it really genuinely feels like Phoenix wants to, like, I don't know, he kind of betters himself when he thinks about Leighton.
Yeah.
And Leighton being there for him and stuff like that. The gentleman always gets the girl. Another, by the way, case of characters who are really funny next to each other in terms of skin tones is Phoenix, right? And Evie Vigil. But yeah, no,
He worked on his tan.
He really did. In London. It's weird. But yeah, man is orange. Yeah, he doesn't look that orange in the game because again he's next to this motherfucker. But
he looks closer in skin tone to Ryunosuke than other Phoenixes.
Yeah. I do think Nuri specifically leans towards warmer colors when he's allowed to.
Mm-hmm. And this was like one of the first games that he drew Phoenix for.
Yes. Nuri did do Apollo Justice.
Oh yeah.
That was him. Mm-hmm. But I feel like, yeah, his art for Leighton Versus and his art for DGS are...
Yeah, he also probably had to make all of the Ace Attorney characters slightly more warm-looking as to make it so that the Leighton characters didn't stick out too bad.
Yeah. I also think that the warm tones for DGS give it that sort of vague sepia feeling to it. So it's like, this is the past.
This is the past.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm with it. I can... Finally, Phoenix hits the high B tier.
He's finally done it.
He's done it. Amanda surpassed even Gregory Edgeworth. We never thought he could do it.
Yeah.
They said it couldn't be done.
And then he lost it again.
So we have 2 Dark Laws.
I'd say let's do Kitty Dark Law.
Yeah, we don't... This isn't... She's not here long enough for it to be, like, meaningful. Mm-hmm. We can put her at the bottom.
Next to Constantine.
Next to Constantine.
Photorealistic cat. Wait, move Trucy so we can have Wagahaya and Shu next to each other.
Can you show me where? Oh, yeah. Trucy, get out of the animals. Go hang out with Kay. Girls' night.
Girls' night.
Trucy, Kay, and Ryutaro. What a bunch.
Just Wagahaya and photorealistic cat.
Ah, fuck. Wait, I have to hang on.
We have to organize girls' night.
I just do not separate them.
Yeah.
Do not separate them. But Ryutaro was at the end. So every time I moved, it just fucking. Anyway, that was important. Dark Law.
I think she goes up with our emotional unavailable gang.
Yeah, but I also think she's on the higher end of that because I think that she is, like, especially you see her, like, in the post-canon. Mm-hmm. I feel like she is kind of starting to really try to work through it, but she definitely has a lot that she needs to do first. Mm-hmm. I mean, she's sort of been, like, gaslit into... No, she hasn't been gaslit, but she's been, like, sort of groomed to gaslight her best friend for, like, a really long time.
Yeah.
She has kind of a lot of stuff that she needs to sort of get through, but she is opening her heart a little bit. She does have the potential. I think she has it within her to really... I feel like I feel like Andrews... She's in good company with Andrews.
Yeah.
I think I think for her to be adjacent to Andrews is something that really feels strong because they both have that sort of like they're opening up slowly but surely.
Yeah.
Because I think we only had the one Andrews. I don't think they gave us the one from the third game, which was weird.
Yeah, that was wild.
Because she definitely had her own portrait for that because she had new hair, but yeah, it was weird. T for Dark Law, exactly.
Rob's and Mugs, we never met. They're literally in a fucking...
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
This is Blind, the prosecutor. No, it's not Blind, sorry. That's his German name. Flinch. From the first case. I'm gonna start mixing these up. Blind is his name in German. because he has the little eyes behind his glasses. That's Flinch, the first case's prosecutor. He gets no bitches. Probably.
Yeah, he gets no bitches. Put him with the owie boys.
The what?
The ouch boys. Pain. The pains.
How do we feel about here?
Yeah, I believe that. Actually, I'd put him above Gaspin.
Fair enough. Yeah, he's not like really actively bad, I don't think.
Yeah, because like the most kind of when he was like when a lot of the shit talking he did for Phoenix was less like actual shit talking, more of like, this isn't really a real trial. We're all instructed to just let me win. What are you doing?
Yeah. See, I heard Owie like the name.
Oh. I forgot about Snatta.
That was, I was like, what do you mean by that? Nobody in these games is named Ollie.
At least as far as we know.
Yeah. Johnny Smiles.
Jonathan Smiles. I think he's gonna be next to
I feel like a D tier sort of situation.
Yeah, because like he lies constantly.
Cop.
Cop. Well, was he a cop? Or was he just security on a boat?
Wannabe cop.
Yeah, he seemed like someone who was security because he wanted to be a cop but couldn't get into cop school.
Couldn't hack it.
He's constantly lying about how good he is. He has like Tommy Tallarico disease a little bit. I was watching that video earlier.
Yeah. I gotta watch that video again.
He's constantly eating chocolate and he's a messy eater.
PC Badger is such a stupid thing for it to be called, but you are correct that that's what they called it. The German version, they call it Bobby Badger, which is way more clever.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better. Because that's a
name, and also he's like a Bobby, rather than a police constable. I just feel like Bobby Badger is like way more clever and funny.
Yeah, PC Badger sounds like the name of a DJ.
PC Badger just makes me think of like, before we had SJW, we had PC for politically correct.
Yeah.
And that's just like, that's my first...
Politically correct Badger.
But that was my first assumption. I read that, I was like, what do you mean the politically correct Badger? That's so weird. I
think...
What if he's down with like these guys?
Yeah, I believe it.
Like...
It's like he's not bitchy, but like he's definitely not good. He's not boyfriend material.
Yeah. You know, I read Bobby Badger and I was like, I feel like I would remember if that's what it was in English, but that's so seamless and so clever. I was like shocked when I looked it back up and I was like, wow, PC Badger sucks in comparison. I really like the German translation so far. I like how they've done a lot of stuff. Olivia Al Dente is way more Italian.
Speaking of Olivia Al Dente.
Speaking of Olivia Al Dente. I mean, what did she really do wrong? Stole some jewels. Heists are kind of sexy.
She did try to smack Espella on top of the head, but Espella was a stowaway.
And she wasn't, like, trying to kill her.
Yeah.
Like, I think she was just trying to knock her out because there was risk to the scheme. Like, I don't know. It's fair. It's not horrendously unjustified.
She can cook. She will cook for you.
Yeah.
She's fun-loving.
Yeah.
I think she'll be mad if you don't love her cooking, but like she's also
she's Italian.
She's Italian, yeah.
She's an Italian cook. If you don't like her cooking, that's on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I would put her up into C. I think she could be really a fun partner.
Yeah, I think she'd be fun. I think the heist stuff would be kind of intense, and that there is kind of a high risk, high reward.
Think about it. Being in the heist with her.
Being in the heist with her. That's hot.
Mm-hmm.
That is hot. You're right. She would invite you to the heist.
Yeah. it's a slow burn romance starting out with you two both being in the heist.
Yeah. We could put her next to this other thief.
Yeah. I think that's a great place for
genuinely, I said that as a joke when I'm like, no, between Byrne Faraday and Bikini, I actually am kind of down with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of actually combines the elements of the two of them.
Yeah.
The sort of fun-lovingness, but the sort of conspiracy.
I do think you can have some, like, very fun sex with her.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's very energetic. I bet she has, like, great stamina, I feel like.
And she's just fun. She knows how to have fun. She's a little bit intense as a person, but it's not, like, the worst thing.
Yeah. Like, she's intense, but, like, it's handleable if you it would not be super, super difficult to handle her.
Yeah. You just gotta, like, match her energy.
Yeah.
Or be cool with her being kind of high energy.
Mm-hmm.
Barnum. Zach Barnum. I love him dearly, but he would try so hard. He seems way too awkward to me.
He seems like he tries a bit too hard to be a perfect partner.
Yeah. I feel like he's one of those people who's like, I feel like he'd be one of those people who's like too worried about, like, he wouldn't like initiate because he's like worried about what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, he's a little bit too much, like, he's too embarrassed to ever, like, actually initiate anything or start anything, so you're always kind of the one who has to, like, do that, and, like, he's fine, like, I don't know. I just don't think he would struggle to be an active partner in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the fact that he's like already super popular in Labyrinthia would be like weird.
Yeah.
I just feel like he would struggle a lot. I think he would be with
I know I've said a lot of characters be with our emotionally unavailable gang, but like...
there's a lot of emotionally unavailable bitches in these games.
Yeah, like, I think he'd be on the higher end because, like, he is making an active effort to, like, try to do it. You need to work with him on it.
Hear me out. I actually think he's a great midpoint between Horace Knightley and Kazuma.
Are you sure? I think he deserves to be above Van Zeeks, who is in D.
Van Zeeks is in D? Goddamn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess Emotionally Unavailable Gang is up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would put him above Dark Law at the very least, I think.
You think so?
Yeah. He is less trauma that is stifling his growth, I feel like.
That's true. Yeah, he's just sort of...
It's like he doesn't seem to be very traumatized and doesn't, like... why am I talking as if trauma makes it hard to get along with someone? That's not what I mean.
Right.
But, like, a lot of these people here have a specific trauma that makes it very hard for them to get close to people or in some way.
Yeah. And it seems like whatever issues Barnum has, that's not...
Yeah. He just seems to be, like, a fairly awkward guy who has been kind of thrust into popularity, where he needs to look cool, but he's never really had the opportunity to actually, like, learn how to socialize well.
Yeah. Yeah, I see it. He sort of has that, like, fame is a little bit isolating kind of thing going for him.
Yeah.
Mary?
I have no opinion on Mary, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, she didn't, like, do a lot. She's busy with her goats.
She has her goats.
3 Kiras.
3 Kiras. Kira. Shade Kira is not interested.
Shade Kira has other things
Shade
going
Kira,
on.
right,
She's
with our
also
amnesia
with the
gang.
amnesia gang. Let's go.
Let's go, amnesia gang.
Let's go, amnesia gang. Yeah.
Regular Kira.
These cannot possibly be meaningfully different.
Yeah. I don't even know why they have those two, other than to, like, I think to
because her getting her glasses back was a plot point. Yeah. So she should have glasses, because she needs them, I think.
Yeah, but she never wears them in any of her 3D models.
Well... But officially...
Officially.
I
think she would be up... I think she would be near Geru, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like we don't learn a lot about her as a person.
Yeah, like, she has a weird complex where she's like, I'm going to do this thing to get Bezella revealed.
Yeah.
She was willing to kill 2 guys for it.
Yeah, she has that kind of, like, martyrdom thing going on. Like, she's willing to put herself at a lot of risk, for the sort of greater good to try and... I mean, kind of for the greater good, but also because she wanted to get away with witchcraft, basically.
Yeah, she wanted to do the good for the people, but it was more of like she didn't want to have to deal with the fear of being found out of being a witch.
Yeah, which, like, to be fair,
I don't
is
blame
valid
her, given the fact that they were burned to death. From what they were aware of.
Yeah. So, like, she was valid in her reasoning, but also, it was just kind of a lot. Yeah, I can see that. Right around Geru. I think she beats out Geru because she is being more normal about it.
Yeah. She's able to pretend to be normal about it.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know, I feel she's so much more justified in a lot of her motivations than, like, Geru is. Mm-hmm. Who just sort of seems to have... She needs to see a therapist.
Yeah,
badly. What's his fuck? He had, like, 3 different names because he got... He failed the night test or whatever.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about him.
Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of background characters that I can't bring myself to say anything about them because they're very, like, latent background characters where they have, like, one thing going on with them. Emir.
F.
Yeah, I just feel like he's not focused on you.
Yeah, he's in it for himself.
Yeah, I think
F
he's...
next to the gross boys, I think.
Narrow that down for me.
Sam and Ella. Hottie. Or actually, maybe
I
right
feel
next...
like he's kind of in, like, this sort of range.
Yeah. I think that's actually correct.
I feel like he's sort of here.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him that much. But yeah, no. I just don't think he doesn't have the sort of emotional... He's not gonna be emotionally close to you. He's gonna be like...
He's constantly drinking.
Yeah. And that doesn't improve when he has money. He's not meeting...
Bardley.
Bardley
was fun.
He will sing you a song, and it will suck, but, like, that can be fun.
Yeah. He also has a bird. He's very talented, and, like, he does satirical bard stuff. He may not be... He feels like less of an instrumental bard and more of, like, the comedian bard, where he does a lot of satire, which means that he is, like, protected by the law in some places.
That's fun.
Like, if I remember correctly, there's a whole thing of, like, comedians are the people who are who are allowed to, like, criticize the king without getting, like, executed. So I think he could be up higher because he seems like he would not be difficult to forge a relationship with. I think Can
I make a pitch for, like, all these guys would be really fun?
Yeah,
and
I see it.
Like, a lot, but really fun. Mm-hmm. That's sort of... I just feel like that...
I just liked Bardley's vibe, even if I didn't like his music.
Yeah. Yeah, he was fun. He got silly. Mm-hmm. Amir hired him, and he was just kind of being a little bit of a hater the whole time.
Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, I'm with it. The school teacher...
F.
Who was fucking mean as hell.
She was constantly talking about how all relationships are terrible.
Oh my god, yeah.
She's near the bottom of F.
Yeah. Next to another bad teacher, perchance.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Arshin, I haven't watched the others.
We saw the one where Barnum's ability to, like, express his appreciation for others was hindered by her advice growing up.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, fuck her.
Sir Belduke.
Newton Belduke. I have to think about this one. I have to consider. There's a lot of angles to consider. I mean, you can't say he's not committed.
He is very much committed to something. I think he's a bit busy.
That's kind of the thing, right? Is that, like, he was really well liked around the town. But I feel like he's one of those people who's kind of like, everyone likes them but nobody knows them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's gonna be friendly. He's gonna be affable. He's gonna be amiable to a lot of people. But nobody is ever really gonna truly know him because he kind of keeps everybody at arm's length.
Yeah. Like, if anything, I think Jean probably knew him the best, but also, like,
yeah,
his daughter.
Yeah, like, that's just by virtue of literally living with him.
Literally living with him, and he saw this 6-year-old try to kill herself, and he was like, oh my god, I created the situation that led her to being like this. I need to do what I can to save her.
Yeah, and so I feel like...
he's kind of tormented.
Yeah.
He's a bit too tormented for a relationship, I think.
Yeah. I feel like he's probably gonna be not interested just because he's really...
his wife did die there.
Yeah. Dead wife gang?
Dead wife gang.
Above Godot, below Apollo.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Dead wife gang.
Dead
with
wife
limited
gang.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just feel like he is... I just feel like he's keeping everyone at as much of a distance as he can, realistically. So he's like a nice person, but you're not going to get close to him.
Mm-hmm.
How old do we think Letty is? I thought she was probably Gina aged.
Yeah, I think she's the same age as Jean.
Okay. I'm gonna put her down here.
Put her next to Jean because they're girlfriends.
Yeah. There we go. Same age as Jean. Okay. I thought so. I just put it there so I could ask. Like I said, I erred on the side of keeping people in if I wasn't sure, but that's also in the special episodes. Okay, cool. That's what I thought. Okay, all 10 vigilantes as a unit. Please note that some of the vigilantes are also rankable as individuals, but this one is all of them at once. We're going to exclude the one that they said was a kid.
I don't think they have enough chemistry between them all.
Yeah,
can you date the vigilante unit?
The greater labyrinthia polycule, if you will. You know those jokes about like the greater Seattle polycule or whatever? That's what they are. They're the greater labyrinthia. Cause that's the thing. The one should really want to fuck each other, and then that one guy who was kink shaming them, who has his own profile. That's the thing that's really funny. Yeah, I don't know which one, because like 3 of them look the same, and they're all this guy, and he was also actually further down, so I don't know if he's supposed to be a vigilante or just like the generic knight profile. Because also, like, the other vigilantes that looked the same but had, like, different skin tones to tell them apart, like Balmung, are not included here. It's very strange. So we have all the vigilantes and then some of them as individuals. I feel like the greater labyrinthia polycule is a mess.
Yeah.
I feel like it's...
I cannot even
terrible.
dream.
It's terrible. Sorry, Balmung, you gotta join the polycule now. Yeah, I don't know. The greater labyrinthia...
They're really toxic.
They're like those queer housing co-ops. That's what they are. they're not officially a polycule, but they are a queer housing co-op listed on Facebook Marketplace.
God.
You know, they're like that.
Nightmare.
Let's go below the Garadebs, above the sort of pains.
Yeah.
Collectively.
Mm-hmm.
Now, which guy are we gonna say this one is? Chat.
Vote now.
Chat.
On your
who
phones.
is this man?
Vote for who you want us to rate.
Yeah, vote for who you want us to talk about, and we'll say that that's this guy. Lotta Lance. What the fuck was Lotta Lance doing even? He was just like there, right? What did he have going on? He did kink shame, didn't he?
Yeah.
But those other dudes were being weird about it. They kind of deserved it.
Like, I don't mind what you guys do in, like, your spare time. However, my client is literally being suspended above a fire.
Also, like... I didn't want to get too, like, overly detailed about I alluded to this on stream when I said that this is an actual type of guy, but, like, those two dudes are really giving, like, guys who are into femdom as, like, a lifestyle, as, like, a substitute for being feminists. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dudes who, like, proclaim that, like, cause, like, fucking Tread On was like that. He's like, men are trash and deserve to be stepped on. It's like the people who think that, like, having a weird kink thing about, like, female supremacy makes them a feminist. Kink as, like, activism, and they think that's, like, the beginning and end of it is just needing to be like, well, women are so much better than us. That's, like, a category of submissive dude. That's, like, it's like a very real problem. And they have that kind of going on. So all that to say, I think Lotta Lance was kind of justified for kink shaming them. He was, like... I don't know. I don't remember what specifically he said, but, like, they weren't being normal about it, and they did deserve to be called out. I don't know. Lotta Lance himself, I feel like, is gonna be really middle of the road. Like, he's fine.
Yeah, which is probably just gonna be, like, D, some shit.
Yeah. I'd give him, like, a high D.
Yeah.
Why is my instinct here?
Yeah.
How do we feel?
Do it.
Sort of a Meekins-esque, like, gets the job done, but, like, not really.
Yeah.
But, like, sort of has it together more than our friend Juicy does at that time. But Apollo, you know, outranks him eventually. Sort of gets it together a little bit more. So yeah, that's Lotta Lance. Foxy.
Right next to Lisa Basil.
Professional dominatrix vibes.
Professional dominatrix.
I think she's more than Lisa Basil, though.
Yeah.
Because she kind of likes the sort of... I think she's more...
Lisa Basil has a good, like, work, hobby...
Work-life balance sort of thing.
Work-life balance. Foxy is bringing it into everything.
And I also feel like, if you're going to talk sensuality, I think Lisa Basil... similarly to Ted Tonate, is like, if you want that very, like, clinical, business-like, which some people do, some people want that, something that feels very impersonal, Lisa's kind of your go-to, but, like, Foxy's gonna, like, make it feel like...
She's gonna make you beg.
Yeah, well, and also, like, I feel like she's gonna play up with, like, a flirtation, a sense of romance, even if it is acted, even if it is, you know... For gratification more than it is legitimate. I think Lisa's just not even going to pretend that.
Yeah.
That's not her niche. Whereas Foxy, I think, is sort of going to be... affection is more of her play than it is with Lisa. I think Lisa has a very, like, do not touch me sort of thing.
Yeah.
I think Foxy's a very different type
You can.
Yeah.
Lisa starts cleaning up very quickly afterwards.
Yeah. They're two very different. They're for two very different people. Mm-hmm. They're both very good at what they do, for different kinds of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's not actually interested.
I don't even remember who that guy is.
That guy was like the captain, right?
I believe you.
He's grouped in with the vigilantes. I don't know why he's like in the middle of them. He's the captain. Kind of just cop behavior. Yeah. He was the one that they were all like, what he said, every time he spoke. Boystrom, thank you.
I don't give a shit about him.
He's loud and aggressive.
F.
Yeah. Here's the pitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see the vision.
I love just going very vibes based to be like, I think this is sort of the company that he belongs in.
The thing about it is that you're right.
Between
usually.
Bitch Boy Edgeworth and Jack Sportsman. Shaky. Hospital.
Not interested. He has glass bones and paper skin.
Yeah.
I think if you held his hand too hard, he'd fall apart.
Yeah.
Also, he comes too fast.
Doesn't he, like, faint when he gets too excited?
Yeah, but also they say he's the fastest out of anyone there.
Oh, shit, you're right. He has bigger fish to fry, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the fastest. Yeah, I just feel like he has other things to worry about at this time. I think he wouldn't be bad, but, like, he's just not... He needs to deal with his injuries.
Yeah, I put him next to Soseki.
Why was I also gonna say Soseki?
They have similar vibes if they have mental... Well, not mental, but they both have health problems, but Soseki's is mental, and also gas leak.
Yeah.
Shaky's is
above
gas
Soseki.
leak, I guess. But also every bone in his body is broken.
I'm gonna put him above Soseki because I think he'll still put more effort in.
Yeah.
He'll try.
Yeah.
He gives it his all.
Yeah. He'll give it his all, but he will die.
He will die. But, like, it'll be cute before he does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Our vision, our minds. I forgot how much we tend to, like, truly come together on this with, like, just shit that is vibes-based and makes no sense.
Like, I love when you first started your first one, like, some of this stuff is going to ruin our friendship, and then we agreed on almost everything.
And it turns out that morphic resonance is real.
Yeah.
The storyteller. Fuck this dude.
Fuck this guy.
Fuck this guy.
Above Morgan.
That high?
The other ones are being actively malicious in relationships. He's just a shitty dad. Actually, yeah, that is too good for him.
I just feel like he maybe belongs down more with, like, the Magnifi
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah, right next to Magnifi. That's where you fucking belong.
I just feel like Magnifi really.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect place for him.
Magnifi manipulated fewer people.
Yeah.
Still not great, but technically fewer people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
With Blaze?
I mean, yeah, that's strong.
It's... I don't think you can be that down there. I think where he is right here with Magnifi is perfect.
Yeah. I think the Magnifi... This judge. This other one.
He really likes rocks.
He does. Which is endearing.
Yeah. I think he can be a decent person in C.
Yeah, I could see him in C. Not like super high.
Like,
but
I put him right next to Goodman.
Yeah, I see that for him. I see him being a Goodman sort of dude.
Mm-hmm.
He's arguably better than the other judges, even though he does chuck people into the fire. We all have flaws. I will point out, we put the OG judge super high.
Yeah.
We were very charmed by him. I believe he was the character about which I said I think society's ready for himbo gilfs.
Yeah.
And I was right.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I think he's a comfortable C. I can stand by that.
This tier list, our tier list here is objectively correct, by the way.
Yeah, by the way. This is, I think, the judge from the first case. I just played that case again and I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that guy.
I'm sorry.
This guy goes in an amnesiac gang.
Yeah, he does. In spirit, he's there.
He is basically an amnesiac.
Yeah. Where does he rank? Below Kira, maybe?
Yeah.
Mayhap? The ranking of Amnesiac Gang is nothing. We rank them based on question mark?
Yeah. They're amnesiacs.
Yeah.
They don't know.
Patty? What was her name? Mrs. Eclair.
Mrs. Eclair.
Patty Eclair?
Yes,
Patty Eclair.
I think she is at least in B.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think she should be right next up with Greg's. In B. Behind Evie.
Yeah.
She's
Ability to bake is a huge boon.
Yeah, like that is... Baking is one of the most sensual ways to cook.
Baking, interestingly enough, not cooking.
I meant the most sensual way to make a food.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to use as many words.
She terrifies people with the bread sometimes, but honestly, if a woman gave me a very large piece of bread, I
would propose to her.
I would simply not be intimidated by that. I would simply fall in love.
Yeah. Just simply don't insult her bread.
Simply don't insult her bread. With a smiley face. Like, literally. Literally. Can I put her above Phoenix, actually?
Yeah.
Like, still behind the Kitakis, but I actually... Yeah, simply rise to the challenge.
Uh-huh.
Simply handle it.
Simply
I think
rise
she's
from
great.
the ashes.
Simply rise from the ashes. Simply rise, much like the yeast in the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love her. I love her. I think she's so fun. She's so, she also will have her moods, but, she'll fight for you. Mm-hmm. She'll absolutely fight for you. She fights for the ones
She'll
that
have
she
amazing
loves.
hugs. Do you know she could fix your back?
Oh my god, yeah, she's one of those people, especially, she's kind of short, so she's actually perfect to just, grab you and,
Yeah.
bend your back. Yeah, no, absolutely. She'll crack your back for you any day of the week.
She will bake you the most delicious cake you've ever had your entire life for your birthday.
And I'm sure there's always some, kids in and out of the house that she's, taken care of. But she's so sweet with them and keeps them on the straight and narrow, and you just love it. Mm-hmm. It's such a warm and welcoming
Every day
home.
you fall more in love with her.
Absolutely. And she shows you how to do baking, and she's
teaching you by she puts her hands on top of yours.
Absolutely. But she's also she talks about that classic thing where it's baking bread is a really good way to vent your anger because you have to get real aggressive with the dough. And I just think that's kind of attractive to watch a very sweet person just kind of snap a little bit when they're doing something to vent their anger in a healthy way. You see her just beat the fuck out of the dough that she's kneading, and it's a little hot.
Yeah.
It's a little hot.
She knows her anger management well.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's the combination of, you get that tiny taste of, the danger element that's always kind of appealing, but also, she's taking care of it. She's handling it.
Yeah.
She's so in charge of her emotions when it matters. Yeah, absolutely high B. I love that for her. Who the hell even... He's got a name, I don't know it.
That was another captain of the guard. I don't give a fucking shit about who he is.
He's in a few puzzles. All right, well,
who give a shit?
Who give a shit? This one is Bardley. There's Birdley and Bardley.
Oh yeah, the other one was Birdley. This one's Bardley.
This one's Bardley. I don't remember anything.
We're
sort of hitting the background characters that I'm like, I don't know.
He was better at singing, but he did bitch and moan about there being another bard in town.
Yeah, he's a rival to Birdley. This is so confusing. I don't know. I don't care.
I don't gives a shit.
I don't remember him. He's just like a latent background character, you know? He has a gimmick, he has a bit. It's a little bit funny for a couple minutes.
And then you don't talk to him ever again.
Birdley at least had more going on.
He had a bird.
Yeah. Riddell reads like 19 to me. I don't know how.
Yeah,
like,
she seems a little bit on the younger end.
That's kind of what I thought. She probably didn't make the 20 cutoff. Feels 10. Yeah, she's sort of anywhere between 10 and yeah. Okay, yeah, 19. Yeah, she strikes me as just shy of our cutoff. Just enough that I shan't rank her Rouge.
Rouge. She has that danger aspect.
Danger, but like, again, she has that kind of thing where you get the fun benefit of the danger aspect, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of actual danger.
The danger comes from her company more often.
Yeah, but even they're kind of like fun, rough and tumble type guys. She's fun. She's direct. She's not going to let you get away with not communicating with her. She's going to see right through your bullshit. She's going to call you out, and she's going to do it nicely. Mm-hmm. But she's not going to let you fucking get away with not telling. Like, she's going to be like, something's bothering you, and I want you to talk to me about it. Mm-hmm. Like, she's going to tell it like it is. She's a straight shooter. She's fun. I don't remember if they say that she does knife throwing, but like if she doesn't do knife throwing, they're insane.
She does knife
throwing.
There is, I know it in my heart.
I think there is like a target in there that has like knives thrown at it, and they don't say that it's her, but like she has knives. Can we all agree that she's knife thrower coded?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which I just think is inherently hot.
I think she can. I think you can have some really great sex with her.
Oh yeah.
I think she's at least a little bit into BDSM.
Yeah, just kind of like the light like entry level stuff mostly. Like I don't think she does anything too extreme, but I think she really likes.
She doesn't have a whole fucking setup, but like she
does
have the ropes.
Yeah. She makes it work with what she has.
Yeah.
She knows how to
MacGyver those BDSM equipment.
Yeah. It's honestly impressive. It's a craft. It's a skill that she has. Sipping water. Yeah, I just feel like she knows how to have fun, but she also knows when it's time to be serious. And I feel like that those are really essential like qualities in a really good put together partner. She has that sense of like emotional maturity that I think she belongs in the A tier. I feel like she's in good company.
I agree with that.
I feel like
below Valent, above the rolls,
above the beats.
Yeah.
I might gun for higher.
I'll allow it.
I might push her to be like Angel Star adjacent.
I'll allow it.
I feel like I see that for her because she just feels so like similar to Angel. You can tell she has like a really good communication thing going on. Like, you know, she's really managing relationships well. I just feel like that's, I don't know. I feel like she would be fantastic to date. I think she would be really fun. Maybe just under Angel. I could see that. They're close.
Yeah.
They're definitely close. But yeah, I think Rouge is a little bit more rough and tumble than where Angel, I think, truly more so leans like sensual.
Yeah, I think that like there'll be times where Rouge will try to get you to talk about something that you're not ready to talk about at times.
Yeah, she will push just a little bit sometimes when maybe that's not the right thing to do. But yeah, on the whole, I think she's phenomenal. I think she's fun. Her puzzles are really hard. I don't know what that says, but like, she likes to think. She likes to. I don't know. She knows how to make her own
glasses
fun.
Across the room.
She's real for that. She's a small business owner. I just think that's fun. You'd have to like probably live and work in the tavern with her, but like,
yeah,
you know, if she's your type, I feel like you're down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she deserves a nice high ranking. We were talking last time about how we didn't have enough women in the high tiers, and I feel like we just hadn't met the women who deserve to be in the high tiers.
Yeah.
Yet, honestly. I feel like they just got better at writing women who would be better partners.
90% of the women early on were villainous types.
That's true. This is the guy who does carvings. He like seems really brutish and tough, but he's actually kind of.
He's just a nice lad.
Yeah. People judge him based on his appearance. Cutter. Yeah, that's the one. People judge him based on his appearance, but he's actually like a really good artist. Which I think is just fun. He's multifaceted. He has many angles. I don't think he falls super high, but I'd put him like in low C.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Just below good man?
Yeah.
Perchance.
I love our good man as being our
he's sort of a buffer.
A buffer between the women who are kind of pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Pieces of shit but are sexy enough to make up for it a little, at least a little bit.
Yeah, or at least had some sort of background where it's like a little bit forgivable. Did some things wrong, but not everything.
Yeah.
Inspector Shelby. He is married.
He is married. And
he really likes
there was like a paper that talked about how he loved his wife's cooking.
Yeah, he loves his wife's cooking, which is like, that's sweet. Chelmy has a wife. Most of his wife and his lore happen in the prequels. Oh, interesting. Interesting. That's kind of cute.
That is
That's
very
a little
sweet.
cute.
I'm glad that you gave us this information because that'll be very helpful for us.
Yeah.
I think he could maybe he could be up near our Kurain judge, or maybe I don't think he can be up with OG judge, but Kurain.
Yeah, I feel like he's
judge.
kind of I could see him. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome in. Let me just check real quick that we don't have too many insane things left to say.
Yeah.
It's fine.
This is our
We're ranking Ace Attorney characters based on
how good of a lover they would be.
Yeah, and that means a lot of things.
How good of a partner they would be.
Yeah.
We're ranking every single Ace Attorney character
Who
over
qualifies.
the age of 20 and is not an animal.
It's fine. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, tell me. We were being so normal, actually.
Yeah, we were this is one of the more normal characters we've had a discussion over.
You've come to a really normal part of this stream, and I'm not even saying that sarcastically for once. Okay, so Chelmy. Okay, he has a wife. He's kind of a wife guy, it sounds like.
Yeah.
He's a little bit gruff a lot of the time, but he's a softie for his wife. I am feeling, I do kind of vibe with like the high C.
Yeah.
range.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because you were saying right around the Kurain judge, and I can kind of vibe with that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of for this.
Yeah.
How do we feel? I don't feel strongly about which side of window he's on. So if somebody has strong feelings about that, I can be swayed about him being above or below window.
Can we please put him between Clavier and Darien?
Is he worse than Clavier? I know you want to separate them. But is he actually...
He's not. He's not.
I want to put him below window. I keep flip-flopping on this. Okay. What's this fuck?
Barton!
Barton, thank you. I don't know. He's kind of a yes man to Chomi.
He seems like a bit of a pushover, but like...
He really does.
He seems like he'd wear one of those shirts that like, I'm in a really vulnerable state in case any bad bitches want to take advantage of me.
Barton doesn't have much lore except he has kind of a grandpa vibe in one of the other spin-offs. No relationships for the most part, though. Yeah.
I think he mentioned having a wife. Does he? At the start of Leighton Versus, because he has a puzzle. Or I think he was like, my wife made me a sandwich.
Is that true?
I am not.
Is that the context for his sandwich puzzle?
Entirely certain, but I think that was it. But
pull the transcripts. Dad named Gilbert?
What the fuck?
What the hell?
Why is it on the Ace Attorney wiki?
What is going on?
He's not an Ace Attorney character.
Yeah, but the Leighton Versus ones appear on the Ace Attorney wiki.
Yeah, but like, is that relevant?
Father deceased Gilbert. What the fuck? What?
What?
What the hell?
You can't just give a character a father deceased named Gilbert.
And then just not elaborate on that. Father deceased Gilbert. Wasn't he that guy who used to make YouTube videos in Polygon? Gilbert is in Last Spectre? I'll have to watch out for him.
What? They fucking killed Barton's dad named Gilbert?
That's incredible. I will be paying attention.
Well, you...
Okay, Barton.
Well, now you're gonna have to play Last Spectre.
I am.
You are?
That's the one that I started and have gotten like one chapter into because I was playing Leighton's London Light.
Yeah,
that's the game.
When I say you need to play Last Spectre, I'm not meaning you need to play London Life.
God damn. Get off my case. Where the fuck are we putting Barton? I just feel like... The fact that he's such a pushover...
B for Barton.
That high?
No, but B for... I just wanted to say B for Barton.
That's fair.
He doesn't have Beppo swag.
He does not have Beppo swag.
Beppo sweep!
Never forget B for Beppo, S for sandwich. Something was wrong with us.
Yeah.
By then.
Something in us was fundamentally broken by the time we got to them.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Maybe above.
I feel like he's
that
above...
guy who's orange, but not Tigray.
Palaeno?
Yeah.
From hit video game Ace Attorney Investigations 1?
The commercial failure? Yeah.
I think it did okay in Japan.
Oh, huh.
It got a sequel.
True.
They made another one. I don't think it was a hit in Japan, but I think it was okay. Yeah, that's fair. Above Palaeno. I'll take it.
They both seem to have similar vibes of pushover.
Genuinely, who the fuck is this?
That's the old granny who drove the wagon.
Okay.
Who took people into the town.
I can't form an opinion on this.
Yeah, neither can I fucking...
Uwu.
Uwu. Uwu.
This whole string of characters right here, I have no fucking opinion on, so unless you have something to say about any of them, I have absolutely nothing.
Uwu girl, she seems she's very determined to get with Barnum, so I think she's probably not interested, because she only wants Barnum, who probably won't go for her, because he's a gay guy from Miami.
He is a gay guy from Miami. The most sumbitch from California guy to ever be British.
Yeah!
Yeah,
I cannot stop thinking about your post. It's like one of these is a guy with a British guy with a knighthood quirk, and the other guy's a gay guy from Los Angeles, and it was a picture of Barnum and Edgeworth.
I'm literally right. Not interested. I'm just trying to figure out whereabouts. Maybe like above Callisto, below Maya.
Yeah,
Somewhere around there.
that sounds right.
Yeah. I'm glad that tweet was a hit with all 12 people who play. I was surprised how many. I was like, some of you retweeting this can't possibly have played Latent Versus. I hope this convinces somebody.
Please.
I hope somebody wants to know more about that gay guy from Miami on the left. That sultry little binge on the left. I have no opinions on any of these people.
I don't recall any
I'm
of
sorry.
them. You're all fired.
I think we also, I don't like, when I'm streaming a game, I don't wander around as much, so it's entirely possible that we genuinely didn't meet some of these characters because I wasn't, like, looking around talking to people.
What's our opinion on every single shade?
Every shade. All of them. I think that they're not interested.
Yeah,
I think
actually,
that we know exactly where to put these fuckers.
Put him right next to Kira.
I think that we know exactly where all the shades go.
They're too busy doing their fucking Among Us tasks.
This is just like the bailiff, I think.
Yeah.
Fuck this. Carmine Accidenti.
Carmine Accidenti.
This is the final one.
They named that bitch Car Accident.
They named that bitch Car Accident. Chat popping off with Carmine Accidenti. Chat going crazy for Will Crash.
Woo!
Danica, you're in my brain. You understand me.
Named that bitch Car Accident.
They named that bitch Car Accident. And then he got hit by a car a second time.
Yeah, he got hit by another car.
They didn't make him a 3D model, so they had to write him out of the fucking special episodes by hitting him with another car. So there's the obvious danger element.
Yeah.
High risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward. You might get hit by a car.
You might get hit by a car, but it might just be worth it. I mean, he seems like a cool guy.
He seems to be very passionate.
Yeah, well, because he was doing, like, an investigation, and then he, like, found Espella, and he's like, God, I'm getting you the fuck out of here. This seems like a situation you shouldn't be in.
Mm-hmm.
And so he, like, broke her out of Labyrinthia. Like, he's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
But one thing he is committed to the bit. Because, like, he, like, just met Espella, and he immediately, like, when everything happened, he was like, you gotta go on without me, you gotta get out of there. Like, go find Herschel Layton, and tell him I sent you, and he'll help you. Like, he's so intense, but also, like, I feel like he falls fast, and he falls hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whirlwind romance.
Mm-hmm. And a whirlwind car ride.
Yeah, but I feel like he's gonna be very committed. Like, he's not gonna be flighty. He is gonna be, like, running around all over the place, but it's like, he's not gonna lose any of his devotion to you when he does that.
This bitch named Car Accident will love you.
Do we think high C for car accident?
Yes. 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 Top of C, actually.
I was gonna say, does he beat the Phoenixes?
It's the Phoenixes.
Is it C for car accident?
C for car accident.
I'm with that. we conclude the tier list.
We have done it. We have rated every single Ace Attorney character
objectively
based on lover ability.
Yeah. This is it, folks. We're doing a slow final scroll to show you the ultimate results.
This is all, again, objectively correct.
This is objectively correct, highly scientific rankings that we've done here. We've considered all the angles. We have considered all the factors. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have any feelings about any of that. There's like a couple, like some of the like DGS jurors that we sort of skipped over. If you wanted to revisit any of these. She's a ruthless woman. I don't know if that does anything for you. This is the dude who's into ruthless women. I don't know if we have any thoughts on that. I really don't.
I don't know what to say about the ruthless woman. Did we put villain Bolshevik up there? Is he down there in our journals?
We have no opinion on villain. We could.
It could have an opinion.
We could have an opinion on villain Bolshevik.
Unfortunately, my opinion is I don't think he's interested.
I feel like we can keep him where he is, and that's just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Astro, I actually had the same thought when I was looking through it earlier. I was like, why didn't we put Eugene? But it's because we put British Eugene up here.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucked things up. Here we go. Yeah, he's up here. He's quite highly ranked. Well deserved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in A where he should be. Literally.
I just keep on seeing Layton up and Mr. Turtle loves the water.
We're literally right.
It's like, that is so true.
You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like.
Yeah.
These right here. What a journey. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you everyone for being here.
Thank you everyone for joining us.
This was a whirlwind.
S tier really was untouched. We really didn't...
We are... It takes a lot to impress us to convince us to put you in S tier.
Can I make an argument for Dats?
Yes.
Can we put Dats here?
Yeah. I agree with that fully.
Yeah. I think we were timid about putting... I think when we put Dats in A, that was a timid decision. But I think the people understand.
Yes.
The people get it. Yeah. Dirk Dats is winning. Dirk Dats is always winning. Yeah. This is... So here it is. Here it is, the final ranking. This is so beautiful. This is... Thank you all for joining us to have scholarly discussions.
This was such an important thing. You need to make a playlist that's just the first one and this one.
I will, yeah. I'll keep the first one in the one-off streams, but I'll also do a playlist for these ones as well. Just to put them together so everybody can marathon Ace Attorney's Most Eligible Bachelor and Most Sensual Lover.
Yes.
As
a reminder, the title of Most Eligible Bachelor and Most Sensual Lover came from a conversation we had at a farmer's market.
The Amish farmer's market. The Amish were there.
The Amish were there, and the Mennonites.
I just feel like that adds, and the Mennonites. Yeah.
And I uttered out the words, Shilong Lang is literally Ace Attorney's Most Eligible Bachelor and Most Sensual Lover.
What started this was when all those poll brackets were happening. You remember when there was a poll bracket like every 30 seconds?
Yeah.
It was then, and we were, I think, complaining about specifically the one about like hottest Ace Attorney man or something. Because Lang got... No, it wasn't Lang that got booted super early, because he actually did get pretty far. Somebody got booted super early that we like weren't happy about, or somebody didn't, like, we were not
I think we were mad that Edgeworth was winning.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there was, we felt that Edgeworth got too far. And so we were then like, we'll make our own poll bracket and we'll seed it properly. And then we just sort of like got into a conversation about we actually wouldn't trust anybody else we wouldn't do a poll bracket because we don't care about the opinions of other people. We're right about everything. And so came into being this most honorable of streams, this most beautiful, that was how this came to be. We got the idea to just do a tier list that we did ourselves and rank every single Ace Attorney character within reason. And our task is now complete.
You've done it.
This is incredible.
We've deviled man.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for joining the discussion. This was beautiful. It's been an honor. What a noble task it is indeed.
We are now done with Ace Attorney.
Don't say that to me. That's painful to think about.
Next week we're playing Hello Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm down.
There isn't a choice in this matter.
Yeah, we'll play Hello Charlotte. It'll be like a couple days after Halloween. Perfect.
Yeah. It'll be in the spirit.
Yeah, we're also gonna play Splatoon on Sunday. Mm-hmm. This Sunday. We're gonna do Splatfest, and I think we have 2 people who wanted to play with us. So we'll coordinate that. But yeah, join us for Splatfest Sunday. We'll probably
be earlier than we usually start because Splatfest will be over at 8.
Yeah, it's gonna be an afternoon stream. We'll figure out the exact timing, but yeah, it sounds like Sunday afternoon is what works best for people, so we'll do that. Yes, so yeah, after this, Friday night is now our wild card block, like we were talking about a couple weeks ago, I think. Mm-hmm. Sundays we'll be picking up, after this Splatfest Sunday, we'll be picking up the Virtue's Last Award spoiler streams, with a fun twist TBA.
Yep. We're very excited.
Sigma Sunday.
Sigma Sunday!
Yeah.
Smig.
But yeah, spoiler streams are back, baby. Astro, play these games really quick.
Yeah, really, really fast.
Listen, we're gonna be playing Virtue's Last Award for the next 45 years, so...
Yeah.
You will almost certainly finish the series before we're done with the VLR spoiler streams. Yeah. ZTD spoiler streams will be fun.
Oh boy.
Zero Time to... I gotta get a laugh track on the fucking... on the soundboard for that. Zero Time Dilemma should have a laugh track.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll be great. My beautiful love-hate relationship with Zero Time Dilemma.
Zero Time Dilemma was made in the lab to appeal to me, but they fucked something up tremendously.
VLR spoiler streams will almost certainly have ZTD spoilers.
Absolutely.
The premise of the Zero Escape spoiler streams is that the whole series is fair game just because they're all very interconnected. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Astro. Zero Time Dilemma is like shorter than 999.
Much, much shorter than 999.
Our 999 streams were like 7 long episodes. Our ZTD streams were like 4.
Yeah, 4.
We might have done it in 3.
It was either 4 or 3, and they weren't even particularly long.
Yeah. Which, like, the thing that made Zero Time Dilemma take about as long as 999 for me is that the puzzles are really hard.
Yeah, feel free to cheat on puzzles.
But cheating on ZTD puzzles is honorable, because they're all...
Suck.
Yeah. I don't know. Well, Astro might do good on the ZTD puzzles because they're a latent warrior. And there are some latent-ass puzzles in ZTD.
Yeah, neither of us were latent warriors.
Yeah. I hope you like putting things in boxes. Because by God, you'll be putting things in boxes. But yeah, trust me, we're gonna be playing VLR for a long time. It's the longest Zero Escape game by, like, a long shot. So, yeah. But then Fridays are gonna be we're gonna decide week to week what we want to do. We'll do Hello Charlotte next week, which is an RPG maker horror game.
Yep. That I'm a little bit obsessed with.
Yeah. So that'll be... Adrian's really familiar with it. It'll be my first true experience with it. I watched him play it for a little while, and then I got distracted.
I'll have a guide up because some of the puzzles are a little bit bullshit.
You said it's what, 2-3 hours long?
Yeah.
That's not bad. Yeah, so we'll do that. And then yeah, we're probably gonna do some just in general, some shorter games, party games. Whatever we feel like on Fridays. Our streams might get, like, I don't know, 2 streams a week. We might end up doing shorter than our standard, like, 4 hours, but we'll kind of vibe out what we end up feeling like we want to do. What we have the energy for and all that. I don't really know what the exact plan is for the length of our Sunday stream slots either. Kind of depends what we're up for. But in any case...
Thank you so much for coming.
This has been so delightful. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for contributing your hard-hitting opinions to this important research, this scholarship that we've done.
This is a scholarly article.
Yeah.
Written in the form of a tier list.
Yeah, this... And you all have been peer review. That's how peer review works.
Yup.
Thank you all so much. We will be back to stream Splatoon on Sunday with, it sounds like, Danica and Zerk playing with us.
We're gonna be on Team Ghost Trick.
Team Ghost Trickers rise up. And in the meantime, have a good one, guys.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one, guys.